Despite that our land is produces where crude oil is being drilled, the gas, everything, but you are not benefiting from it because your land is real estate of Britain. This is what we are trying to destroy in order to make sure that we take the bull by the horn. The same way other countries founded their country, other people founded their own country. The same way German princes founded Germany. The same way the colonies of the United States of America founded their country and fought war to ward off Britain and take the bull by the horn. That is the same way we are doing it. Otherwise, you continue suffering, you die. You come out again in Nigeria, you continue suffering. Generations upon generation continue suffering because the person that created you or created the country you are answering the name Nigerian, they created it not for your own advantage. It is not for your own benefit. Rather, it is for their own benefit. They are the true beneficiaries of one Nigeria. Are you hearing what I'm saying? That is why Britain don't want to use here. Oh, we want to remove Nigeria. We want to get out of. They don't want to hear it at all. They will rush in and say, no, this is our toy. This is our real estate. Oh, have you gotten, just let me give you an example. You bought a land. You bought 10 plots of land. And all of a sudden, you see somebody coming to take 2 plots out of it. Starting building. Wherever you are, you will rush and come and say, who is building? This is my land. I bought it. This and that. That is how Britain is doing in Nigeria. That is why whenever they hear about Biafra, whenever they will come and in order to do what? To make sure, no, the diversity is the strength. There must be one Nigeria because it is their plot of land. It is their real estate property. So why are you trying to be free? You cannot be free because you are not ordinary. You are not normal human beings. You are subhumans. And you are going with them. They are the true beneficiaries of one Nigeria. Are you hearing what I'm saying? So it's for you to make a choice. Either to remain British real estate or to be independent. Fight for your freedom as others did. That is it. The choice is yours. We Biafrans, we have taken it as a duty. It's a duty that we must liberate ourselves from this British created real estate property that is called Nigeria. Don't you think it's an insult? Don't you see yourself as being insulted that your land, the country you have, using the passports, Federal Republic of Nigeria, is a property of a foreign country. Do you see yourself like that? Don't you see yourself like that? Can't you think, as a normal human being, you should reason, oh, this Nigeria, let us make it better. If you want, there is nothing you can do to make Nigeria better. If you want to invite Jesus Christ to come and be president of Nigeria, nothing he can do because there are unseen hands. British unseen hands that are clutching, holding the steering. You can't do nothing. Are you hearing me? You can't do nothing. The population of Nigeria are seen as ants, non-entities, noise makers. There is nothing you can do. The only thing you fight is for us to destroy that place. That is the only thing. That is the only solution. To balkanize that place and be our real selves. That is the best you can do as a human being. And that is what IPOB is doing. That is why we have taken the step of taking the bull by the horn. Are you hearing me? After initially adopting an indirect rule, indirect rule approach in 1906, the British merged the small Lagos colony and the southern Nigerian protectorate into a new colony of southern Nigeria. And on January 1st, 1914, Lord Frederick Lugard, the governor of both the northern Nigeria protectorate and the colony and protectorate of southern Nigeria, signed a document consolidating the two, thereby creating the colony and the protectorate of Nigeria as Nigeria, creating the protectorate of Nigeria. That is how Nigeria come into being. Created by one man. He was the governor of Southern Protectorate, Northern Protectorate, the colony of Lagos. He joined everything together and bring a book. Bring me a book. Let me sign. These are Neanderthals. These are subhumans. He signed. I signed today. I join all of you. You are all Nigerians. And they don't know what happened. Whereas other places, it is the local people that have to find out, that have to find the country, that have to create their country, that have to find their kingdom, the nations they are. Do you see why you are not benefiting from Nigeria? It is right from the fundamentals. It is right from the grassroots, from the foundations. So it is not something, if you want to bring 100 OP, bring other brands, let them become president, there is nothing. Tomorrow you start shouting, nothing you can do. Nothing. Nigeria is unfixable. The only beneficiaries of the Nigerian misery, because it is their real estate. Flora Shaw said it. What I read for you is history, historical fact. Flora Shaw said, no, let us call it Nigeria, because this real estate, this our real estate, it is our property. The name is too long. Royal Niger Company Territories. It's too long now. So, the name of our real estate property, it should be Nigeria. She suggested in a fourth form. And the thing all go well for the, is it the King of England or Queen of England as of that time, to the British monarch. And they say, yes, it's okay. You are bright. This is our real estate. Have you asked yourself, why is it that during presidential election, it is the British? It is them that come out and start telling you, they will come out and announce the result. They will come out and start telling you that no, you are democracy, you are the largest democracy. Start flattering you on a country that you don't have any control about. You don't have no control on the country. It is their real estate. Every time they come out to tell you that, oh, your diversity is your strength, that the unity of Nigeria is what we depend on. We can never allow the territorial integrity of Nigeria to be thwarted. That is written for you because it is their property. It is not for you. So how can you take care of something that is not for you? Something that is above you? How? Before Tinubu entered power, he signed everything for them. They brought him to why is it that, look at, during the campaign time, the presidential campaign, how many Nigerian journalists did the Tinubu grant to interview him? None. Almost none. But every time he goes to Chatham House, he goes to England, he goes to London and talk to British press and talk to strangers, because he's talking to them. You in Nigeria, you are nothing. Nigeria doesn't belong to you. So why should he waste his time talking to you? Yeah, I think at one time they organized a presidential debate between presidents or presidential candidates. Tinubu snubbed everybody. He didn't attend. Have you forgotten? Because you know that you have no power to stop him. If Nigeria does not belong to you, you are not a beneficiary of Nigeria. He is going to the source, the people that owns the country. He is going there to talk to them, to negotiate with them in order to enter power and continue, because he says it's his turn. So you, as a Neanderthal in Nigeria, you are calling yourself a Nigerian, you are a Neanderthal. You are an orangutan, you are nothing. You don't have a control over Nigeria. The people that have control are their creators. Britain is the creator of Nigeria. Do you see the logic? Do you see why you have no control over your life in Nigeria? You have no control over what is happening in Nigeria. Like any other country, no. You have no control. The only solution is to balkanize Nigeria. What IPOB is fighting for, in order to liberate us, liberate the Ariwas, liberate the Duduwas, liberate Biafrans from the shackles of British conglomerates, from the shackles of British real estate property. Because as Nigeria, you are a British property. It is official. Are you hearing me? It is official. So they will continue comforting you, encouraging you. No, you will get it good. How many people used to die? Last presidential election, they killed people. Even they use helicopter to bombard in order to carry election materials. Now, Britain sees all this, they laugh. They say, no, yes, it's the creation. Human beings are not dying. They call you, they refer to you as orangutan. Even monkeys are better than you. So your life doesn't matter. In a British election, have you seen any death? If one person loses his life because of a presidential election in Britain, the world will stand still. The whole Britain will stand still. They will annul that election. But when it comes to Nigeria, their real estate property, they don't care about their lives. Thousands will be killed. They don't care. They will come and announce that, oh, hey, it's a democracy. This one have rule. Because what they want is just to fill up that they see people that, oh, you have done it. Leave all those monkeys. They have done it. Let us pass them. Give them pass mark. Is their standard. We want to get out of this real estate property because we are not the beneficiaries of Nigeria. The beneficiaries of one Nigeria is Britain with their cohorts, with their Western allies. Are you hearing me? Okay. Now, Nigeria is being used as a tool to conquer the indigenous people through assimilation. You know, they are swallowing us. They are changing our nomenclature, our character, the way we reason, the way we think, the way we behave. That is assimilation, little by little. You know, I used to say this. Let me continue. Let me repeat it again. If Nigeria is not stopped, if Nigeria is not balkanized and it continues going on as a country, in the next 50 to 100 years, Nigerians will become another type. They will deviate from real Homo sapiens and become another species of human. Very bad species. I am telling you, because that is the creation of Britain. Because you are the system you are. You are the system you are in. Are you hearing me? The peculiarity in us, they want to destroy it and use it, turn it into monster. You see what I'm saying? Look at the Biafra, the coastal part of Biafra. They have turned it into the most polluted part of this globe, the most polluted part of this planet. It's in Biafra land. Because why? Nigeria is the real estate property of Britain. So they don't care how they deal with it. The people they see there, so they are not human beings, they are subhumans. That is what they want to recreate. So that they will be seeing us, they will be calling us, they will be referring us that we are, or we don't have the ability to rule ourselves. Just as is it Peter Botha of South Africa said it, that black Africans don't have the ability to rule themselves. And they continue working towards it to make us not to be able to have the capability of ruling ourselves. Today in our land, the system they created in our land is trying to change our character. Are you hearing me? Docility, number one. Laziness, waiting for miracle, telling you that no, if God didn't do it, no person can do it. It's God. So that is what they want. In order for them to aid them to be reaping or exploiting their real estate property, which is Nigeria. Deviating your mind so that you don't think. That is it. Nigeria is being used as a tool to conquer the indigenous peoples through assimilation. The same way as the Ottomans, who used a method of gradual non-military conquest involving assimilation, imposition of political leaders on the people, acting as vassals. You know, Ottoman Empire, Turkey you are seeing today, they use the same system and impose on the Arabs. Are you hearing me? They continued gradual assimilation of Arabs. No, you have your king, so no problem. The same way in our local villages, they give, we have our chiefs, but who is in control of the chiefs? The governors. They give them certificate of return. Anyone that is not with the governor, with the Nigerian government, they remove him. That is how they work. They make you feel that, you are in control of your destiny, but you are not. They are in charge of those that are in charge of you. They impose leadership on us. That is why there is nothing you can do in order to ameliorate, to better anything in Nigeria. No, you remove it from your head. Everything about Nigeria is deception. The people, overall people at the highest, at the apex of the pyramid is the British. They are using all these people you are seeing as governors, as presidents, in order to manipulate you. Now, the presidents, the governors are using the local chiefs in order to rule us in the village. The people you respect, impose them. They tell them, they give them order on what to do in the village. That is why everywhere there is problem, because we are not in control of our situations. There are people at the back that are giving them order on what to do. Do you see? But for you think that, oh, that is a chief Ononaka, is your chief, is your town chief, but is receiving order from another place. Do you see it? Do you see the danger we are in? We are fighting to restore a country, our own country, that we should be in charge. The population will now be in charge of our country, to build it with our hearts, to steer the country according to the way we like it, not like Nigeria. That's why you should never go out to protest, because there is not protest. So they kill you for nothing. They destroy your goods for nothing. They burn your goods, your shops for nothing. You die in Nigeria protest. You die for simply nothing. Look at NSAS protesters that we are murdered. Some are still in jail till today. The same Tinubu that killed them, Britain, rewarded him by making him the president. Do you see how they do? Because Nigeria is their real estate. Imagine that, look, just tell yourself the truth. Imagine that Nigeria is, for example, is being controlled by Nigerians. Do you think that somebody like Tinubu will become even a candidate? Just tell me. After NSAS protest, when Katrina Liang met him, the following night, he sent soldiers. He said, do it, we will back you. Remember, we will make you president if you want, president of Nigeria in 2023. And he sent the military. He said, oh yeah, go ahead, go and kill them. What did Britain say? Till today, those that died, they die for nothing. They carry Nigerian flag, thinking that the military, Nigerian military, is working for them. That Nigerian flag will save them. They gun everybody down. Because Nigeria is the real estate of Britain. It's their property. So, who are you? You don't have anything to do to change in Nigeria. You don't have anything to contribute until Britain says so. Because Britain is in charge. They are using these politicians. That's why the politicians, they are reaping millions and millions and millions in salary, in allocations to themselves. Whereas the people, all the population that are suffering, that are working hard to pay them, are suffering, and they are singing musics. They are enjoying themselves, living flamboyant life. What are you going to do? When you come out to protest, they will send military to kill you. They will slaughter you. They will target Igbo as they have started, and they will destroy your goods for nothing. You can't do nothing. Because Nigeria doesn't belong to you. Let us fight for a country that should belong to us. That is Biafra. That is the only thing we have, and nothing more. Therefore, the beneficiaries of that real estate property known as Nigeria are her creator and the prison warders we call politicians managing the British real estate property for Britain. That is why Mwike and others, they are happily singing their music. If you don't want to see them, go and buy, because they are in charge. Look, any republic, any country you call the republic, you see the politicians, they are at least, they are not on their toes. I am telling you, the people are suffering. The population are suffering. Real republic, real country, republic country. That is for the real democracy or republic. The politicians, they don't joke. They don't, you see them, they are always stern and serious. They are always afraid of the people because they don't know what to do, and the people will come after them. So they take their job very seriously. Take your time and watch British Parliament. They don't joke there. They don't go there and say, Mr. Speaker, sir, Mr. Speaker, the president, sir, is no. They speak, the way they speak the voice of their people they are representing, so that their people will not feel bad. Not what they are doing in Nigeria. Look at, let me play you again for your reminder. Your politicians are with wine in a flamboyant house, singing. What can you do? People are suffering. What can you do? Because you are not the author of Nigeria. Nigeria is just the British real estate. It's a property of Britain, a foreigner. It's not like any other country. Listen. They are singing. They are having good time in the republic. Where politicians in their toes. Where people are suffering. They are singing. And you are watching them. The worst part of it, let me pause. The worst part of it is that you see the miserable Nigerians, most of them will be praising these people, hailing them. People that should be burnt alive, they will be hailing them. That is how it is. Because Britain have used Nigeria in order to restructure your life in a way that, it becomes bent, docile. Nigeria is changing the nomenclatures of the indigenous people. After all, they are using Fulani headsmen to pursue sack villagers in the north, replacing them, changing the names of their communities. And the people, they are powerless. The highest thing, they go and pray to Allah, pray to God to save them. Oh, they have reduced you as Nigerians into praying for, let us pray for a good leader to come, a good politician that will remember us. Because you are not in charge. We want to go to our country that we should be in charge. Are you hearing me? That is who we are. That is what we are fighting for. In order to resurrect our own country that we should be in charge. That the population should be number one. Not the real estate you call Nigeria for Britain. It's a British real estate. It's their property. Are you hearing me? That is why the terminal where oil is being loaded in Nigeria, no meter. Shell takes the whole British petroleum, all of them, they can load 5 million barrels a day. Now they are declaring 1.2 million. Sometimes 1.1 something million. They take it. That is because it's their real estate. They are taking the process of their creation. All we want is to destroy that British creation. Put in Sobu, because every country you see, different countries that emerge today you are enjoying, they fought different wars in order to maintain that country because it is their own creation. If you say you cannot fight a war, be ready to remain slaves, to remain as slaves forever. We Biafrans, we have refused to remain slaves. That is why we are fighting for what belongs to us. Listen to your politicians, they are singing, whereas you are suffering. You are suffering, they are singing, they allocate everything to themselves because they are working for Britain. They are not working for you. Who are you? Who is the population of Nigeria? Is it them that put them there? It's Britain that put them as prison warders of the British real estates, the property of Britain. So they are just in charge as managers. They don't fear you, they don't care about that. That is why they can use you. If you highest, they use money by you. If you cannot be bought with money, they kill you. You are nothing. Listen. Elula lela kaju akaje dikwa ochao lela kaju. Elula lela kaju akaje dikwa ochao.
The music, when we're in the trenches.
Yes.
When we're in the trenches.
Yes.
Elula
lela kaju akaje dikwa ochao.
Come on,
you see the hearty life, the hearty laughter. Where Nigeria is the poverty capital of the whole world. Can you be provoked into righteous indignation? The answer is no, because you are no more responsive to stimuli. As a Nigerian, you are regarded as nothing, because Britain created Nigeria as real estate, Royal Niger Company territory. The real estate property of Great Britain. It is official. It is a historical fact. That is why Britain detects what happened, not you. Not you. So, the real beneficiaries of one Nigeria are the British government, and nothing more. You are nowhere to be found. You have to join hands with IPOB, whether you do the wolf, you fight to remove yourself from this British real estate property called Nigeria. Very well, it is not going to do you any good to continue being in Nigeria. Are you hearing me? That is what Biafra is trying to do. What IPOB is engaged in doing. To what British plan. They are referring to us as a subhuman, lower human being, by creating a country for us. And they are not inside. You know why South Africa is different? Because they have a colony settlers that are still there. Anything that happened there, you still have white people that are suffering the same thing that blacks are suffering. They are there in South Africa. They are physically there. So their own is different. But our own, why is worse, is that they are manipulating us from more than 7,000 kilometers or 6,000 kilometers from Nigeria in Britain. They are using all these useless vandals, prison warders, we call politicians. That's why they are living large. They don't care about we are feeling as a Nigerian. They don't care about people that don't eat 3 square meal. That is not their problem. They must maintain their flamboyant lifestyle. And you can't do nothing. You come up, they use military and shoot you down. You remove life out of you. And you are gone. So, the overall real beneficiaries of one Nigeria, they are the creators of that Nigeria, fake Nigeria, the British, with their cronies, the politicians. You are hearing their voice. I will go into a few minutes break so that when I come back, I will open the lines. Please do not go away. I'll be right back.
Oh yes, my people, una well done. Obodo Naija don carry census bust out though. Oya, bring your ear close, make we yarn. Anywhere you dey, if na Biafran you be, whenever they wan count census for Nigeria, kukuma come back to Biafra land though. Make them count you in your own land, because during election they killed us in the north and Yoruba land, and na them still talk say we no get right to vote in their land. So time don come, make we boost our population. And if you no fit return, selenge for your house, make you no participate, because them go add una number for the region where una dey. Another one be say, if you dey north and your tribe no be Fulani, when you wan fill the form, identify your tribe. No go write Fulani, e dey very important. In this census, if Biafrans go come back like tomorrow no dey, them go know say we plenty for this obodo Naija where we dey so. We go use this census exercise to ascertain our population and the size of amenities where we need in Biafran territory. Remember, every obstacle where we get for this freedom, IPOB don dey dismantle am small small, and this population census go be another evidence to that effect. All hail Biafra. Biafra will hail you. Stand your ground and no fear. No dey from me, no say Biafra land.
Welcome back. This is Radio Biafra House of Service coming to you via Radio Biafra London. My name remains Mazi Jonathan Chinedu from Alo province of Biafra London. We are here live and direct. Today is the 17th day of July 2024. Therefore, our lines are open. Remember, I talked about on the same series of Living Continuous Colonial Legacy under subtitle of The True Beneficiaries of One Nigeria, which you have already known through my submission, the creators of Nigeria, because the true beneficiaries of every country are the founders and or creators. In the case of Nigeria, it is the creator, the foreign creator of Nigeria, which is Britain. That is it. So you have no share there. That is why things are very hard. That is why you have no control. That is why you have no control over what is happening there. That is why you talk or you do anything, nothing. The politicians don't serve you. Rather, they serve their masters, the creator of Nigeria. That is Britain. Our lines are now opened. Our direct line is +1 213 328 6224. I repeat, +1 213 328 6224. Our WhatsApp and Signal line is +61 405 142 547. I repeat, +61 405 142 547. Give us a call and call us and give us your view about the issue at hand. I have my signal ringing, but is it Signal or WhatsApp? But it's not coming out. I don't know why. You can continue calling, please. Maybe calls are jamming. But you can call. You can call us. Because we must continue talking. Let me tell you, human being is the only sapient, the only being that is able to convert its language into technology. Our language, spoken language, could be converted into technology. Are you hearing me? Why is my signal doing this? Let me caller on Signal. Mazi, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you, Mazi. I can hear you loud and clear.
Mazi, go on, please. Go on.
Good evening from me, Mazi Jonathan. May Ezechukwu continue to bless you for the good work you are doing for Biafran people. Just as I used to say, history will remember you for standing tall to make sure that you preach this gospel without adding it any sweet talk. You preach it the way it is. When Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was educating us, many people thought he's rude or he's arrogant. But at the end of the day, it doesn't matter if he's rude or arrogant. He's telling you the truth in your front. When you go to bed and sleep, you can't sleep well until your heart will tell you. But what this man is saying is true. It doesn't matter how you see it. He's spilling the truth in your front. This is exactly what we are doing here, including you on this Radio Biafra. And the enemy have known that we are not backing down for the restoration of Biafra. Mazi Jonathan, thank you so much. And please allow me to make this important announcement. If possible, please. Can I go on?
Go on.
Okay, thank you, Mazi. Fellow Biafrans, lovers of freedom, my name is Mazi Akas. I'm calling from Austria, and I serve the indigenous people of Biafra as IPOB Austria National PRO. This announcement we are trying to unveil is we are calling Biafrans all over the world, including the Biafrans here in Austria. If you happen to find yourself on this particular date, please join us in this important event. And this event is ESN Fundraising IPOB Austria 2024. ESN Fundraising IPOB Austria 2024. We are calling all Biafrans to join us on this particular day, which is the 3rd day of August 2024. Join us so that we can be able to raise funds to support ESN, these men and women that have laid their life down for us to live, to make sure that our bushes will not allow Fulani to occupy them, to make sure that our people can go back to farm, that our people, cultivate this year is because of the ESN, the work they have done to push out this Marodian far back where they are coming from, so that our people can go back to farm. This is why we'll keep on supporting ESN, created by IPOB, led by Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. We must continue to support them. Please, we beg every IPOB Austria, all zonal coordinators, all friends and lovers of freedom, support ESN on this particular day, 3rd of August 2024, and the time is 4 p.m. Austrian time, 4 p.m. This I think is the same time we're having it here in summer. With the Nigerian time is also 4 p.m. Nigerian time. And please, if you have a pen, I want to call the Zoom meeting ID. If you have a pen, you can write it down. The Zoom meeting ID is 814-50-23-2209. I repeat, the Zoom meeting ID is 841-5023-2209, and the password is ESN. Password ESN. The guest of honor on this particular day we are holding this ESN fundraising, which is on 3rd of August, is Mazi Austin Abanyim, IPOB European Rep, is going to be the guest of honor. And also the host of this particular day is IPOB Austria National Coordinator, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. The moderator of this day, Mazi Metusedek. And the assistant moderator is Mazi Nweke. Please join us on this particular day. And we have a telephone number if you want to contact us. The telephone number is +43 676 9670 745. I repeat, +43 676 9670 745. Join us as we continue to do the needful, continue to, support ESN so that our land will be safe from these Marodians that came from Sahel. They want to take our land, we won't allow them to do so. So, Mazi Jonathan, thank you so much, my beloved brother. Give me the opportunity to make this announcement. Just all that you said this evening, we've heard what you said. We must continue to, be at the background of this Radio Biafra, help to also to educate our people what we must do to make sure that this struggle that we are in at last, Biafra must come. This is our destination. You used to say that nobody should praise you, nobody should thank you. All we are fighting is to make sure that the destination of what we are fighting for is Biafra. And we are also letting the world to know that the Zoo government is still holding our leader in captivity because of his fighting for his people. He is being discharged and acquitted. They are still holding an innocent man. All we are telling them, release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, give us a day for referendum so that Biafran people will decide their fate if we want to continue in that zoological country called Nigeria, or we want to be on our own. Very simple and short. We are fighting nobody. Our hands are clean. It doesn't matter the criminality that Nigerian government is trying to create in our land. Chukwu Okike Abiyama will fight them. They have tried it before. We survive it. It's not in this 24th century that all Biafrans now we can look into something and know exactly what that thing is supposed to be. So, Mazi Jonathan, I really continue to ask you, my brother, do keep on doing what we are doing. Biafrans are proud of you. And we hope one day all of us will celebrate in Biafra land for what you have done for us by giving us Biafra. Thank you, Mazi.
Mazi. Thank you. You have had it, Biafrans, about the ESN fundraising, Austria branch. So be part of it. Caller on WhatsApp. Can you hear me? Welcome to the program. Caller on WhatsApp.
Okay. Good day, sir.
Mazi.
Okay. My name is Rosa. I'm calling from Ibuacha.
Mazi, can you check the radio or your application?
My app can't delay. Because every another bank so that Radio Biafra then side there.
I know, we know.
Because on this side there, how myself can need this radio. Well, because he had across there for many of them, man. We put this one here, we have master. I don't know. If not, let the bank side there because these people they need to pick up more and more. And I want okay. Because Emma we enter the maka pasara warida. Emma ona and this zoo government the way handshake all these things. Now what because of course I discharge Emma like that. Because one day China some wouldn't they go because I happy here caught trying him. Agba one day I cannot put a Hamas and now they can. So that when any other strategy use with them, they apply that kind of motion. Because on the flat, why is that hold you? You put on think you have to like this. At least that day or the next day, before you know it's not, then we do one or two things to get their own person out. So that they can working with our mindset. They will celebrate our leader because now the Baho, all this on her. Because that man always get put up before now. But then they I can name it behind him and I had to be ready even to let him go. If there's any other way they use it, they use it. Because Madonna John, we first all committee. Still, they are still holding him. It's anytime they check them, I can read the SB when they went more. That young man, I'm a me home bedroom, even for my own life. I'm a toji bedroom, nothing, kick out the man be about to be following all these their treats and they use them on the end of the because because this software, what powerful divine it is too much. Even more the police of it, the way Hanchi make people intimidate. Even when you have before you know it's a mudoje. Nothing. One I can also the start searching you before you know it attack you want to know the other. And naturally they're going to Janagba. So Janai social person. Open your phone, transfer for us. I can't name. I just can't cheap way, sir. And I try. We appreciate your effort. Thank you, sir. Sir.
Now that British real estate because and what do you have with mother? It was a joke. I wouldn't mother say anything. Hannah Hogi as just object, inanimate object. So they can do away with you anytime. You are nothing. You know? And people, the whole world focus on Palestine under occupation. The type of occupation I want in Nigeria, or the worst, I am telling you. Iga also like this, just for not or maybe as a young person, a ball. Before in a just for nothing. And then couldn't go assassin a one dropper, before I wanna give what to I saw one person wailing. The brother was gunned down by Bubago. It's just like that. No person is taking, no responsibility, nothing. No, nothing. Because they don't take you as human beings. Is it this type of life we can continue? A time comes, you become suicidal. There is a red line. You say, no, let us take the decision. Let us leave all these things and fight first for our lives, fight to get our land first. But whether people like it or not, you one of the most one of the most weapons or most that miracle is on your side. So you forget about what the situation you are in. You want temporary respite there. Governor Anambra before. You forget about your suffering for that time. You go back and also you enter back the reality. So, for how long Britain total, it's abomination. Foreigners come and create and say, you continue being this place. Continue. It's not to your advantage. What have Nigeria benefited to you as an individual? What benefit have you gotten from Nigeria? Nothing. Nothing. You do everything by yourself. You pay, even the government, no road, but they squeeze. Look at electricity. No electricity, but they give you estimated bill. People are dying because of inhalation of carbon monoxide. Because there is no electricity, they have to buy generators. And you wipe out people, families. And you are telling me that we continue like this? Caller on WhatsApp, welcome to the program. I think you are going to be the last caller. Can you hear me? Caller on WhatsApp.
Yes, Mazi, good evening. My name is Stefan. I'm calling you from Italy. Mazi, thank you for your good work. Mazi, according to, I just want to contribute for the topic this evening. Mazi, it's very shameful to Africa, more especially Nigeria. Nigeria is the reason why Africa continent is remained the way we are today. Nigeria government did not even thinking about the future of their own born generation, even the generation we are now. Mazi, do you know how many of our people that are dying in the military? Right now here in Italy, do you know how many people, whenever they try to cross here, instead of to rescue them, many of them they are killing them in the military. But the African government is not saying anything. The reason is that Nigeria, other countries are looking at Nigeria to change, to make things to better for the whole entire Africa. But instead of that, Nigeria leaders are doing the bidding of this British people that you see. Mazi, have you ever seen can an African go to Britain, tell them what to do, or to change a name of a village to their own name, or to a slave the Mazi? That's something that sometimes years ago I see that we Africans we don't even think, even when we are here, Mazi. As sometimes I used to complain that they are doing racist or whatever. Mazi, I don't complain anymore because I see myself as nothing. We are not contributing anything in the world. All black race, all we do is to consume. Look at Wiki singing on Nema Kamo just to make our people so-called Christianity to see that yeah, he's a Christian. Anytime they speak, they say yes, Wiki has speaking or whatever. Mazi, another thing I want to say, please, I don't want to take your time, Mazi. Ian Chorikubu. Mazi kita now I'm not Nigeria now. Or no time you remember that I'm Wiki where we don't know about Hana do I know Mazi, because if anything happens for Nigeria, not only we will suffer it, because everywhere is hunger now. I think it's an opportunity for us to find a way to show Nigeria that muzzle they are raising now. We use it to attack them back. Mazi, open here. You might hear the web now. Because I continue, I know I'm not now. Even more I'm on my side, but I got no one again. onwe ya ga-eme na abanye gị neze ndị nke na nọ na abanye kịta na ewuru go religion wee blọk ọja brain onwe ọzọ nke na-echezi echi ya na-echezi bụ ka ha nọrọ n'ụwa ka ha nwụọ ka ha gabe n'igwe eluigwe mmadụ na-ama ma na-eme exist ka ọ naghị eme exist anyị continue like this mmadụ na all our born generation all na abụrụ ka abịakwa ebe abịa na saa nkwa ndị ọcha maazị nke mgbe anyị emegide a na-ezuru anyị ochi anyị nwụọ ya anyị nwee good anyị nwee everything then anyị bịakwa ebe anọ ndị na-ezuru anyị bịakwa ebe abịa na saa nkwa ha anyị continue like this ọ bụrụ ya ga-eme ya nọ ma ndị nwanụ si na nọ ha na-represent anyị ma ndị gọvanọ nwanụ ka ọ kụjọ onye ọbụla mana bikọs onye ọbụla nwee family ọ na-eme na be okeke ọ na-eme na be nke afọ na-eme na be nkwụnkwọ kịta na abụ dị Naịjirịa ma ọ Naịjirịa kịta na Naịjirịa ga-enwe ego wee sponsor any work kịta na every opportunity wee dụọ ndị aka n'ọnụ maazị. Thank you so much for your good work.
We must continue. Caller on direct line, can you hear me? Welcome to the program.
Yes, Mazi. Good evening, sir.
Mazi.
Yeah, Mazi, I'm from Canada. Mazi, quickly, thank you for answering my call. In the honorable, I cannot miss without adding my voice to your program. You don't want praises. Manahem na yochku buko bagume. Kada magabagume. Ka ine nyani hai pusheno. Because faith comes from hearing. Mazi, like you said in one of your previous programs, Nigeria is built on a tripod, and the tripod never had a stand. It can never balance. Okay, Mazi, Nigeria can never revolt. Nigeria can never revolt because they were the two biggest factors that is controlling everybody: religion and tribe. If they don't shoot religion to scatter the people, they will use tribe to scatter the people, just like they did in Entrance. But the only thing that can save Nigeria is a radical revolution. Remember, I said two things. Nigeria cannot revolt because how running on tripod. But if the people can resist this tribe and religion and come together, we will bring down that government. I listened carefully to this clip you played about the Kenyan politician. I've heard it before on Facebook. You see, I remember those days I was in Nigeria in banking sector. In Intercontinental Bank, my friend who was going through training there came out and told me that their MD visited their training complex. And he said something that never left his brain, that the word integrity starts by the word I. Integrity starts by the word I. You see that Kenyan politician, despite the fact that the man was a corrupt politician, with integrity, he has realized that the power lies in the hands of Kenya, and he has came out, apologized, and willing to tender all the corrupt, all the things he benefited from corruption. Mazi, if you had listened to him very well, that is one of the people that bribed them with the UAE. One of the countries that bribed them with UAE. And the same UAE, based on your evening program, just, started accepting Nigerian passport again and increased the the visa application. Is that not corruption? But nobody is speaking for Nigeria. Mazi, you touched on so many things. The only thing to people at this particular thing will go. The only way to save Nigeria is revolution. But now, coming to this upcoming, they call it protest. How can you fix a protest and give a date? Is that not stupid enough? How can some gullible Nigerians, they are planning for protest and they are putting a date on it? That is, you're telling your enemy that you're coming and they wait for you. That is why every other reasonable Igbo man should never participate. If it is a revolution, unexpected revolution, Indigo will participate and bring down Nigeria. But all protest to get Nigeria right with this, we are not part of it. Now, finally, Mazi, in my own definition of the beneficiaries of one Nigeria, how were so many beneficiaries? England is benefiting from Nigeria because they held Nigeria down through colonialism and religion. How with the Anglican Church. Rome is benefiting from Nigeria through Catholicism. They watch our people every money contributed in Igbo land. Igbo land, 90% Catholics, and the money goes to Rome every week. Americans are also benefiting because America is an extension of Europe. Arabs are also benefiting through Islam. So, Mazi, looking at all those things, Iheji Nigeria is too much. Iheji Nigeria carry. So, like I said, the only thing that will save us is massive revolution. Mazi, I don't want to take your time. I want to leave it here. Continue your good work because you are waking some people up. Now,
there were Mazi. Caller on signal. Mazi, if can you hear me? You'll be the last caller.
Yes, my brother. Good evening to you and good evening to Biafrans and lovers of freedom. My name is Ifan Chukwumandabuchi and I'm reaching you from the Netherlands. My brother, the issue of colonialism, the continuous colonialism, I would call it neo-colonialism, and who benefit from Nigeria and all.
I'm sorry, Mazi. Let me bring you back. I got without knowing, involuntarily. I'm sorry. I touched the phone and it went off. Mazi, sorry, it's my fault. I cut you up without even knowing, involuntarily. Go on, Mazi.
No worries. Thank you very much. The contrition of that or repentance of that Kenyan Minister of State, whatever is his office in this root government, and what I want our people, all Biafrans, all of us of freedom to remember is that this present Ruto of William Ruto of Kenya was the vice president of Uhuru Kenyatta when our leader was kidnapped in 2021 in Kenya. So he's not a Democrat per se. But what I'm trying to say is that the contrition and repentance of this his minister or officer shows you that some people, they know that what is going on is bad in Africa and especially when we come to Nigeria. People listen to this. Compare this contrition of this man in Kenya to what is happening in Nigeria. A situation where politicians are living in untold opulence. They bought this government, this present government, forget the brigandage and the thievery of the 8 years before this government bought 150 billion naira presidential jet. It is already bought. If you look well, you see it. They have put Nigerian logo there. It's an Airbus that furbishing it and trying to make it to look like Nigerian. 150 billion naira. While we have, or they have, Nigeria has, or is it 6 aeroplanes in the presidential fleet? Some of them as young as 13 years old, and the 13 years old aircraft is new. Because if you give it annual or periodical service as required, it is good to go. But they went on and bought 150 billion naira presidential jet. And they are doing what they call it. They bought 5 billion naira presidential yacht. That is ship, yacht, for the president. That is 5 billion, and they are building brand new vice presidential vice president's house for 21 billion naira. It is ship yacht for the president. That is 5 billion, and they are building brand new vice presidential vice president's house for 21 billion naira. By constitution, who will say that this program and that program cannot go, but he has bribed them. And these people, apart from bribing them, they have companies who tender for construction and tender for all contracts. They are stealing from there. Are you getting it? And again, excuse me. They are doing this always in these austere times. They are already notorious for being the best paid, legislature or legislators in the whole world. But they cannot pay our long-suffering people. They cannot pay them 100,000 naira minimum wage. Minimum wage. You ask yourself, what is the exchange rate to dollar, to euro, and to pounds? And you cannot pay somebody 100,000. How do you want somebody to survive in that place as a worker? And then ask yourself, how many people are even employed? And those who are employed and earning 30,000 naira in this time, how can they survive? That is a very good question. That will show you how they place their people. These politicians, you see how they place the people. It is now obvious that they are intentionally starving Nigerians in order to introduce their errant GMO crops. Because when you have starved the people and make them hopeless and useless, they will eat anything you give them. If they say let me eat and die tomorrow, so they don't care. That's why they are making people so hopeless that food. When we are growing up, my brother, we talk about a 3 square meal. Then you know that you're alive. Now people, if we see one good meal in a day, for some people, it is like by heaven. It is now, like we are saying, they are starving Nigerians intentionally. But what we are saying is that we cannot be fighting for Nigeria. People are saying if it's revolution, if it is demonstration, we are not participating in any of them as Biafrans, as Igbo person, as a Biafran, in all our regions, our territory of Biafra, all the East. We are not participating. We want referendum, peaceful and democratic. And we get neatly out of that place. They don't want, they've shown it by commission and omission since 1970. I can even say since 1966, or even going far back, but let's just start from 1966 to 1970. Okay, we have ended construction, reconciliation, and rehabilitation. Oh, fine and well. From 1970 to today, where are we? So we're not doing anything to favor anything that will make for better Nigeria for those who are living that delusion. So what we are saying here is that Britain must let Biafra go, because that is the hypocrisy of the highest sort. Britain, I still wonder why they left the democratic, peaceful, progressive, and welfaring European Union. The British left it by the so-called Brexit referendum. So why are they begrudging Biafran exit or Biafra exit referendum to leave Nigeria in a democratic and peaceful way? But anakwane etudo again etanazo. So what I'm saying in conclusion is, my people, Biafrans, let's support our leadership that is championing the cause of our liberation, since our leader have been kidnapped and extorted rendition, even when he was there. Because what people tend to forget is that our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, is a member of the Directorate of State. So, and when before, like he knew this day will come, he said, what DOS says goes to everybody. So let's not mix things up. Let's support them, and let's support the Eastern Security Network, because that's why we are still standing. Because these people, they know that our bushes is no good area for them. We don't know what our governors, some of them are doing. And I hope that the spirit of Igbo land, the spirit of Biafra, the spirit of our land will get into all of them to say, whatever you are doing for your Ministry of Livestock, we don't have land there. We are a dot nation as Biafrans. Only Niger State is almost bigger than all the Biafran territories. So what are we talking about? Let them do their livestock in the north. If we want, we come and buy. Support Eastern Security Network. Join IPOB. Let's restore Biafra. God bless Biafra. Thank you, my brother, for taking my call, because I called late, but thank you.
There were Mazi. Thank you very much. And this is where I'm going to switch up the phones. We must continue. Let me tell you, just like our brother said, countries giving bribe to get what they want from others. Yes, bribery is corruption, but it's a tool. It's just like giving ammunition. America giving weapons to other countries to kill themselves. But in their own country, they control the ammunitions. You understand? So let me say this, in my epilogue. In world politics, it's about interest. There is nothing like conscience. Nothing is good or bad. The only thing that is good or bad is if you can get away with the consequences. That is it. That's why countries kill. They kill in the name of countries. They remove human lives. Are you hearing me? In the 80s, when America wanted to start a Star War, this Star War of building technology that in the satellite, in space, that can be able to be shooting down missiles, like mostly nuclear weapons. Building it will be permanent in the space, waiting for anywhere, because once missiles are fired, they fly up. So that system will be used in shooting down, detecting any part of the world. Soviet Union saw it as a menace, because they want to reduce Soviet Union into ordinary world power, not superpower any longer. Because there are two superpowers, America and Russia now, former Soviet Union, Russia, the two superpowers. But America wanted to monopolize and become the only superpower in that weaponry. And Russia said no, they never have this kind of technology. They tried, they never acquired it. If America have it, they are finished. They will be reduced as ordinary. They have nuclear weapon like others, but they can't do much with it. So they can't have any weight at all as a superpower. They will be reduced as only world power. So what did they do? They started eliminating the scientists that are involved in that program in different parts of the Western world, in London, in United Kingdom, in everywhere, different parts of Europe. Are you hearing me? And that is how that program was dissolved. Are you hearing me? So there is nothing like good or bad or conscience. All these ones is for conscience is for population. I am telling you. As long as you can, what discourages or makes you see something as bad like that is the consequences. Can you be able to face the repercussion? If you can face it, now you do it. What makes you fear is the repercussion, not about the conscience is good or bad. No, it's after once you look at the conscience. The consequences. You try now to say as if it's a conscience that is the no. It's a repercussion. If you can face the repercussion, you will do it. So, what am I trying to say? In this world, you have to fight. There is nothing like begging. It doesn't. This is where I always want to hint, because this is where our people are getting it wrong. They thought that with begging, with you can get. No, you fight. Look at the Sokoto Caliphate from 1804. That Ottoman Danfodio started that jihadism in the northern part of Nigeria. Till today, they never deviated. They maintained that program, that policy. That jihad. Ask yourself if it is us, for example, we would have stopped and say, okay, now it's okay. No, we are no more that one. Our ancestors, after all, they are evil self. They killed. They have gone. So now is our own side to chart our own path. Do you see the mistakes, fatal mistakes? Our pattern of thinking that is flawed. No focus. It's only IPOB that has come and brought up a focus to us. Before, we have no focus. As Igbo people, we didn't have any type of focus. That's why everybody is Nigeria. You are defending Nigeria. You are ready to kill your brother for Nigeria. And the Northerners, they are laughing at you. They are not laughing at you. Do you see how bad it is? We use our whole hearts in Nigeria, thinking that is our country, without knowing that it is a British creation. It is a real estate property of Britain. It is written. It is written it is on record. It's a real estate of Britain. Real estate, Royal Niger Company. So what? What do you think you can change? They put it on a tripod and they continue maintaining an imbalance, perpetual imbalance, so that you continue fighting to get a balance before you can put a pot on it. So you see that anything about Nigeria is nonsense. Britain created Nigeria on a tripod, which is flawed. Now the offsetter, one of the tripod, now you take all your whole life, try to balance, maintain the tripod with a fundamentally flawed one of the pillars. When are you going to talk about lighting, putting pot on it and lighting? It's impossible. Cannot progress. It's a British way. That is their thing. That is their way. So the only thing is to destroy that they have created. Now you create your own, so that Britain will no more have any handle, no vassal. If we declare Biafra, Britain will no more have access. It will no more have access as it used to have in Nigeria. It will no more have access because it's no more their thing. That their real estate will be destroyed, and everybody will go and answer their father's name. So Britain will be left alone. You understand? That is why they are trying to patch Nigeria. Anyhow, they tell you, say, don't worry. In Nigeria, we cannot allow anything to do Nigeria. Nigeria is our creation. We will not allow anything. Your diversity is your strength. The unity of Nigeria is not negotiable. They invented all this, coined all these mantras in order to continue deceiving. So there is nothing that can fix Nigeria. Our brother say if we can go around, everybody can come on popular revolution. It's impossible. Completely impossible. Popular revolution is when you see yourself as a Nigerian. When you are balanced, you are patriotic. But there is nothing like that in Nigeria. There's nothing like that. You don't see the politicians, they have started using Igbo, just as they say Igbo coup. Igbo arrange the protest. So scatter, everything is scattered. There is nothing. No, there will never be a popular revolution. It's impossible. And South protest show you. It tells you all you need to know. Every other thing is nonsense, rubbish. Yeah, and with this unbalanced tripod, that is why the politicians are thriving. 0.001% of the politicians, of the population that are politicians, they are happy, thriving. Very lively, singing musics, enjoying their lives, living their life, flamboyant lives. Because they are in charge. They don't serve you, they don't serve the population. They only listen to the creator, that is Britain. So these are the real beneficiaries of one Nigeria. We must remain consistently consistent. I used to say, there is no, the South Sudan fought war for 39 years. Do you know what is 39 years? Some British members of parliament today are 24 years. Some are 26. Some are 28. They are not up to 30. But that is, since they born them till now, South Sudan was fighting. Imagine that. Can you do that? Eritrea fought for how many? I think 17 years. War, continuous war for 17 years. Can you do that? We are only agitating, not war, peaceful this thing. But many people have tired. That is mental weakness. I hear him mentally weak. You are not mentally strong. So, let me tell you, all these powers, they want people that are mentally strong. So that it shows them that, look, what you are doing is very important for you. But once we go back and wow, nothing magazine, wow, you're just like normally usual average Igbo person. Na kamgazorozia ya na ndị a na anụzikwe na nna na nazi ka ekwe ebe DDoS wano ka ekwe na anụzikwe na anya, they forget, they become discouraged because you are not mentally tough, and that is why you keep on being enslaved by others that are mentally tough. The Fulanis are highly mentally tough. They maintain their policy. They maintain their focus since 200 years plus till today. Can you do that? Ask yourself, can you do that? You continue fighting, and after you transfer it to your children, your children. Do you think it's easy? Oh, because you wanted their type of mentality. I know Dunyan aga no hiana bana aga mosquito na babu they don't care. But all of them are working in tandem. No, can you do that? Overall, small thing, you become discouraged. Now we are seeing as someone to say for they see him on Facebook. No, they hear him again. Only you have an excuse because you need good life, but good life that you can never live. The real good life is having control over our collective destiny. There is nothing proud like that. Look at UAE. They are imposing 640,000 naira visa fee, application fee. Not a guarantee that they will give you visa. How do you think that any citizen of UAE will feel? They'll feel like they are demigod. If you have any UAE friend, you want to lick his ass so that he will help you to get visa. How proud will you feel if you are in his shoes? We have our Biafra where people are trying to come. Where people are paying huge amount of money trying to come to work. How will you be? How proud will you be? Just imagine yourself. You see. But can you do what they did? That's the big question. Can you be mentally tough in order to pass through what they did? In order to gold, you are seeing shine in it, pass through the fire, a pass through fire. He passed through fire before he molded, started the police being policed and start shining, and you are proud that you are wearing gold. That is like that. What we always see is the end product without trying to understand, trying to imagine, or trying to see what they did. This is what IPOB is trying to imbibe in our mentality, to be mentally tough, so that we take care of we restore a country that we can be in charge of our destiny. Many forces have said Britain created Nigeria. They vowed that we are not going to take charge of our destiny, that we are lower human beings. After they gave us on to the Fulani also vowed, Ahmad Bello said that they will never allow us to be in charge of our destiny. Double. What is facing us is double wahala. Double, if not triple wahala. Now, do you think that we are going to get to our destination through Abakata? We will stop and start giving excuses. Nah, you see the condition now. Wow, nah, you see what happened. I say it's that we Igbos, we always have 1 million excuses to justify our failure. But IPOB will not. We will not tread that pattern. I say, we fail, we take responsibility, like that Kenyan person. But we are not going to fail. There is no excuse that justifies failure. Nothing that justifies failure. Nothing. Oh, I 3 years. That's why you failed. Nothing more. You stop. You failed. Stop giving excuse. People fought for 39 years. Look at Palestine now. They have been fighting since how many decades? Since 1948. They have been fighting till today. When they have their country, now you start applying for visa to go there. But you don't know what they pass through. When it reaches your side, you say, nah, wow, you cannot pass through what they pass. Are you a human being? Let us stop giving excuses of failure. Yeah, this and that. You give excuse because you are weak. We have no reason to fail. We have no reason to fail. IPOB, we have no reason to fail. That is why Biafra remains our religion. It remains who we are. It remains everything concerning us. It remains our ideology. Therefore, fasten your seatbelt, because we must continue. There is no failure. Thank you for listening. From me, Mazi Jonathan Chinedu, from here, it is simply good evening.
Good evening. Welcome to this day's program, 18th of August 2024. I want to welcome Biafrans all over the world. It is my pleasure to be here. My name remains Mazi Kem Patrick DK, and I want to say welcome to our wonderful program of today on BTV Europe. We are live as we speak right now. We are live on BTV Facebook page, BTV app, and other platforms where we are transmitting live to you. Unfortunately, we are coming a bit late, but notwithstanding, we are here, and we want to really apologize for the late in transmission, but I want to say thank you for being part of this program. As you join us, please share this program, tag your friends, invite everybody that will be interested in today's program, because we'll be hosting a very interesting individual, someone who you all know, are familiar with, quite educative, and I know that he's going to also do justice to our wonderful program. And with me is Wada Jovista Chichi, who will be joining also in the next few seconds as we take this program. I want to say thank you very much. It is 9:06 p.m. In Padova, Italy, and it is my pleasure to have you. And I know it's 8:00 p.m. in Biafra land as well. And we are here converging today, Sunday evening, to deal with issues that has to do with Biafra struggle and agitation, and also continue to educate our people for them to be able to form their character as we march towards our liberation, which is Biafra restoration. Through referendum, we have to continue to reiterate our position that our demand had always been Biafra to a democratic process, which is a referendum. And I want to welcome Wada Jovista Chichi to join me on the platform. Wada, you're welcome to the program.
Good evening from here, Mazi Ikem Patrick. It's nice having you once again today in the studio. Mazi Ikem Patrick, how are you doing today?
Thank you very much, Wada. It's my pleasure to be here with you. On the background is our guest for today, and very soon he will be introducing himself to Biafrans all over the world. And I hope that we'll just proceed with the questions as they come. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mazi.
So we want to introduce our guest. Hello, Mazi, are you there?
Good evening, Mazi Patrick.
Yes, and I hope that Wada Jovista, you are getting the voice transmission. I don't know if it's coming out clear.
Yeah, I got his voice, but he should try to increase it a little bit.
Okay, let's see if we can increase the volume a little bit. Mazi, can you please communicate? Let's see if we can hear you clearly, because it's important that your voice comes out as our guest for today's program, that those who we are talking to, Biafrans and our viewers, will be able to have a clear picture and a clear voice transmission for them to really understand when you speak. So, Mazi, can you please introduce yourself?
Good evening. Biafrans all over the world, lovers of freedom. I remember Mazi Jesse Onyoko. Mazi Jesse Onyoko is a humble servant of the indigenous people of Biafra. I happen to be the chief servant in the zoo as the national coordinator of IPOB in Nigeria, and I coordinate IPOB in West Africa as the deputy West African rep. I help from Aba province in Biafra land.
Thank you very much, Wada. I hope he is clear while I work on other technical issues.
Yes, it is coming out clear. There is no problem with his voice.
Okay. So, Wada, do you proceed with the first question?
All right. Yes, I will. And I want to let Biafrans and the viewers all over the world, I apologize for not sending my greetings to our great and wonderful viewers. Good evening to you all. And once again, you are welcome to BTV. So today with Mazi JCI Onyoko, we're going to be looking at the trajectory of the Igbo Must Go, the history and the narrative, and where it is being pushed to today and how it started. But before we do that, we know that there are other trendings in Nigeria which we want to talk about before we get into the main business of the day. Mazi JCI, are you hearing me?
Live and direct. I can hear you very clear.
Thank you so much. Mazi, you are aware of the draconian and subversion bill sponsored by the Speaker of the House of Representatives by name Tajuddin Abbas. Though they said the subversion bill has been withdrawn, but it is still very necessary that we bring such a subversion bill to a highlight. So, Mazi, what do you think that people need to know about this subversion bill?
Well, if I want to be honest with you, I will say that the subversion bill didn't emanate from the Speaker of the House of Representatives. This bill was an executive bill pushed by the government of the day, because the government of the day is an unconstitutional government. It is an illegal government that does not have the mandate of the people. So he feels it's not responsible to nobody. He doesn't give a damn. He doesn't care about the party or the people, rather. APC, from its formation to present, has always toyed that part of dictatorship. They have they have military style. They don't have regard to rule of law. APC, as an Islamic party, a sectarian party, a party that pursues a tribal objectives. APC is not a national party. APC does not pursue national interests. So, in their usual style, since they grab power, because APC has never won elections in the history of the zoo, you can't pinpoint any state that APC won. APC only gets always steal political office, like Tinubu said, if they grab power and run. So that's been the style of APC. So when they grab power, they look for illegal means, they look for ways of legalizing illegality to retain or sustain their grip on power. So this bill that was brought to the House was brought on purpose. If I tell you that one of the reasons why that bill was brought is because of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, don't argue with me. The zoo called Nigeria has done everything they could do manipulatively, obtaining legal principles and procedures to jail Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and it has all failed. It has all amounted to effort in futility. Now, they brought a bill that will enable them to jail agitators. Where is that done? In the law, in law all over the world, there are only two schools of thought. Because we know law we practice today is the same everywhere in the world. Law started from one spot, every history of law points to one direction, one source. The only two schools in law is the naturalists and the legal positivists. So in the name of positivism, any law enacted by the Leviathan is said to be law. That's what the legal positivists believe. But philosophically speaking, because law has its root in philosophy, that's what we call philosophy of law. I'm a student of jurisprudence. In philosophy of law, we have discovered that the basis for every law in every nation is a natural law. What is natural law? Natural law are laws given to man by his nature. Right to live is not given by the state. It's a natural right. Freedom of expression is not given by the state. It's a natural law. And you know that any country that is signatory to the United Nations, any country that's a member of the UN is automatically signatory to all the UN conventions. I will remind you that this law is in the UN Charter of Human Rights. So the subversion bill is a clear violation of natural law. It's in a clear conflict with social contract. In Article 3 of the UN Declaration of Rights, it says that people, it is a natural right of the people to exercise freedom of expression, to decide how they rule themselves. These laws are equally inculcated in African Charter. It started in Africa. It was first enacted in Egypt. 1981 and 1986, African Union recognized it. These laws have been in existence for over 40 years, and they've been domesticated in the Nigerian laws as well. So for you to make this kind of draconian law is a harsh law. a law that doesn't take the people's interest into cognizance. And it naturally says that any law that violates the natural law should not be obeyed. It's a principle in law, anywhere in the world. What I'm telling you now is a universal principle in law, that any law that comes in contradistinction to the principles of natural rights should be what? Jettisoned. Such laws should be ignored. Such laws must not be obeyed anywhere in the world. So, for anybody to harbor this kind of thought, it shows that the people that run the zoo has not planned to repent. They are bent on evil, and the evil will consume them. Because why? The people in Africa, in particular, don't understand the global political dynamism. They don't know there is more to politics. They don't know that the socio-political foundations, they don't know that the societies has forces that guide them. They don't know there are spiritual paths to every society. There are certain things you do in a society, whatever holds it together will live. For instance, now, Nigeria was predicated on certain dubious laws, treaties that the British got us to sign. And it has expired in 2014. So, anything you begin to do until that law is renegotiated. Law is what? A covenant. They are spiritual. Anytime you make it a covenant, you come under a curse. Anywhere in the world. The covenant that brought the entity called Nigeria expired until they do something about it. They continue to have problems. So what I got to say about that law is that it was designed to stifle agitation. It was designed to see the mouth of those complaining. That shows that we have leaders that have no plans to repent. People who steal, they want a nothing law to punish looters. So they only are interested in protecting themselves and coming against those who cry out for justice. It was a law meant to seal the mouth of justice. But IPOB prevailed. Why do I say IPOB? The greatest hit they got came from IPOB. They won't tell you. The only thing that keeps the zoo civil is IPOB TS. IPOB media warriors, no force in the world can contend with them or challenge them. You know how much they voted in the past to fight IPOB? All the big companies, social media outfits, all their machine engines were deployed to fight IPOB and they all failed. Britain opened so many institutions, BBC this, BBC that, to fight IPOB, they all failed. America, all the mainstream media were deployed and given assignment. Can I give you an example for you to know how serious it is? Anything you type now, put IPOB, EDIT or DOS, they will place restriction on it. It has a number it can fly. In the zoo called Nigeria, you cannot put it to more than 5 people. If you mention anything against Fulani or Britain there, you can post it only once. If they don't like the content, they pull it down. They'll tell you that you've broken their social community rules. So that is how serious the fight is. This law was brought purposefully to move out of jail. IPOB members are incarcerated for over like 3 years, like the man that was released. The lawyer that came from the Boy State that just attended the Nyendu court case that was kidnapped in Kogi State, that was locked up in Wawa prison. There are still many of our brothers in Wawa prison as we speak now. They are looking for laws to jail them. They have not found a law, a legal ground to jail them. As I speak now, they went to the east last December, randomly picked young men. Many of them don't know who is IPOB, what IPOB represents. They don't even know the meaning of IPOB. They brought them to the north, put them in different prisons, because we sent people to visit them recently. As I speak, could you believe that they pick up to 50 people, 56 people were picked up in December? 3 has died. Innocent people that committed no crime. Innocent people that have nothing to do with IPOB, they don't even know what IPOB means. They pick them up and lock them up. The one prison, the one they kept there, many has died. A few are still remaining. Last time they told a few, just say you are guilty. Let's jail you. Let it be on record that they are jailing IPOB members. And they know that under a normal circumstance, those things will be jettisoned, somebody will challenge them. And and it will bring their evil, their ineptitude, their wickedness, and the legal foolishness to limelight. They are now looking for law they can use to tell the innocent people crying for their rights. That's what I got to say about this. Wada.
Thank you so much, Mazi, for this highlight. You see, please do not open the phone lines now, because I can hear the phone lines ringing. It's not yet time, please. Mazi, as you were talking, you see, so many things were running on my mind, and I'm sure the same way it was also running on the minds of our viewers and our great listeners as well. You see, we can see everything running in carnival. We saw what happened that day. As the Speaker of the House, the same sponsor of this evil bill, was denying on the ground, or was denying in the House, that nobody moved a motion for dissolution of Nigeria. Pardon me, please. And there was this turmoil in the House, and hours after the disagreement in the House of Reps, the next thing we saw is this very bill to be sponsored by the same man who refused even to replay what happened if he was denying it. And again, we can see how they planned protests. And before you know it, they started planning the Igbo must go. And at the same time, these very people came out openly everywhere, accusing the Igbos, the IPOB, the Obedient, the P2B, that they were the planners of the protests. Now, I am trying to bring out how everything is in carnival. Now, is this the same thing that happened in 1945 and 1953? That between the meeting between AG and NCNC, where a motion was moved by the AG group, the AG and the NCNC supported. It was moved by Akintola, supported by Enahoro and then NCNC. But before you know it, they started committing pogrom against the Igbos in the streets of Jos. Mazi, is that the same thing that we are just seeing today?
Yes, the answer is yes. Wada. Personally, for me, the callers for Igbo must go protests are great people that deserve award. If I own a media house, like it's almost a practice. There is media houses that give out awards in this part of the world. If I own big media houses and I want to give award, whoever called for Igbo must go protest in Lagos deserve an award. That's the most patriotic person. Those are real people, not con people, not people who say A and they practice B. The first man to call for Nigeria to divide was a Yoruba man. They assassinated him. One man woke up one day and said that Nigeria has no business to be together. They killed him. They wasted him. Whoever is calling for Igbos to go has just named a voice of prophecy.
Mazi, can I come in? Mazi, can I come in a bit, because it's very, very important that we portray the Igbo Must Go campaign in a more clearer perspective. The Igbo Must Go campaign was a campaign to leave Lagos. and leave the Southwest, and not to leave Nigeria. So how do we reconcile the fact that there is no way you can ask Igbos to leave the Southwest without recognizing their agitation for their liberation or for their own referendum? Because under normal circumstances, the request for Igbo must go is supposed to be give Igbos referendum for them to decide, just like we are demanding. Don't you think that it is not a balanced it's not a balanced call for Igbos to exit Nigeria in the manner in which it is being done by those in the West? The good ones, yes.
Mazi, you need to understand something. In philosophy of logic, that's what we call reasoning from particular to general, and reasoning from general to particular. Now, the call for Igbos to leave might not come universally. It might not come at the same time at every place at the same time. It has to start from somewhere. So the syllogism, the philosophical and logical question here that we're looking at is from a particular place. It will spring from a spot. This logic they're putting up is a welcome development. It's divinely orchestrated. Whoever made the call is probably understand history, or the spirit of ancestors inspired he or she to make that move to avert a repeat of the past. Now, how the genocide occurred in the zoo prior to the major one, Biafran war, the Biafran genocide, where even the Biafran genocide were mainly because of the evil hate that were disseminated by BBC and the Yoruba Gota media. So, the same feeling, the same socio-political construct, the same garbage that has been going on is what is replaying itself out now. That we are not one people, we have not succeeded in building a nation. Then I will remind you that the people that concocted you, put it together, told you at the point of amalgamation that if after 100 years you are not able to build a nation, that you can separate. Nobody is talking about all those important clauses to this evil union. Nobody is talking about them. It's just like a marriage that got underway. One party is enjoying the marriage so well, and the marriage is not even working at all. And he insists that we must remain together because of what he's getting, and he goes ahead and tears the marriage certificate. Now the marriage has expired, the certificate has been torn, and he's refusing to let the other partner go. That's the case we have in the zoo. The person calling for Igbo must go has done the needful. What the Yorubas are doing is what Igbo political elite should be doing, but in their cowardice, in their idiocy, in their greed and selfism, because everything about them revolves around self-aggrandizement. Because Wike is allowed to do small oil bunkering, he has a few billions. He has never seen billions before in his life, before he go to the government cycle. Now he has some few billions. Why should he talk? It does not matter how many of our people that are dying of hunger. Because a few present political figures in Bayelsa, in Akwa Ibom, like Akpabio, they have a few billions in their coffers to play with. They don't care what our people go through. So the call for Igbo must go doesn't come uniformly at the same time. It has to start from a point. Now you look at what is happening because, and like I said, the illiterate, the certificate forgers that are misleading the Zulu don't understand anything about how society runs. Every society is predicated on ideas, principles that are enacted by people who sit down and think them out, and experiment them, and they begin to implement them. But the zoo has completed as I speak. I'm going to talk about, if you permit me, I think my major discourse here is to talk about why truly evil must go. That is what I would love to talk about. And I want you to ask that as a question. Give me the permission to tell Biafrans why the call for evil must go is ordained by Elohim. It's a call that should have been made from our own side. IPOB has been making that call. Nobody pays attention to it. Now the chicken has come to roost. The call is coming for the camp of the enemy. Can't you see how Elohim works? Somebody say miracle made the tire Jesus. How could it be a Yoruba man that is asking for evils to go? Mazi came out put you wrong. You are wrong by saying that it's evils to leave the southwest. No. It's evils to leave Nigeria. Because the same principles that happens in the southwest are obtainable in the north. Go to Kanu. So many of this, a lot of northern youth are not happy that a greater portion of their land have been taken over by evils. Certain sector of the economy across the board in the zoo is dominated by the Igbos. As far as motor pass is concerned, nobody, nowhere, no other race, no other tribe dares try the Igbos there. As far as buying and selling is concerned, if there are two markets in Lagos, the rest assured that if this trade market have 5,000 shops put together, 4,860 of the shops are occupied by the Igbos and Biafrans alike. So they feel intimidated. But what is happening to the Igbos is exactly what happened to the Jews in Europe. So many years ago, the Jews were dictating the pace of German economy. In case you don't know, the largest number of the race that won the ethnicity that has the largest number of Nobel Prize in the whole world are the Jews. They're the most intelligent people. There's no saying that the Igbos are the most intelligent black race. Everybody knows. My latest findings show that the Jews came from Igbo land. Many of you will not believe, but that's a debate for another day. So that intelligence, that ingenuity given by Elohim, that is endowed in the evil man, that is deposited in the DNA, in the what do you call it, genetic composition of an average evil man, was the same thing that replicated that happened in Europe before the Hitlers of this world rose. Why? Out of envy. In case you don't know as well, I'm a gospel preacher. The same thing happened in the Bible. Joseph prospered to the point of envy. They envied him. Anywhere they went to, they prospered. Why? The hand of Elohim, the hand of Chukwukabiama is upon them. Anywhere they go, they must prosper. And they say that they suffered no more to do them no harm. Say, touch not. That is why no matter how much you hate them, they keep flourishing. No race have been killed as much as the Igbos, and yet we are still more. Imagine there was no Biafran war. Imagine you can have a genuine census in the zoo, you will discover that the ratio of Igbo to any other, Igbo will have over 35% of the whole population of the zoo. There is no portion of the zoo you go to, you don't meet Igbo people. As I speak now, if you see the crowd, the number of Igbo people in Meduguri, with all the Boko Haram, you'll be dazed, you'll marvel. Niger Republic, just Niger here, there's an Hausa enclave where you have Fulanese. They don't speak English. If you know the amount of Igbos there, you have a family there, that people in Niger, when they make their financial commitment, I'll be asking the guy, where do you guys get all this money from? Ordinary Niger. When he tells me how many they are, I have meetings with him severally as a coordinator rep. You see that we are everywhere. Nobody can help it. There's nothing you can do about it. So the call for Igbo to go is a universal call. What is happening in Lagos is happening in Abuja. They are doing everything to suppress the Igbos in Abuja. They are doing everything. They will suppress Igbo in Igbo land. If you go to Port Harcourt and see what Igbo people do to Igbos, you will begin to marvel. Somebody speaking the same language with you, treat you like shit. But I'm not angry with them. They're acting out of ignorance. Others, well, God has started helping us. Light is coming in those directions. So, Mazi, if you permit me, I want to talk about why most must go.
Okay, Mazi, if I may ask, like you've mentioned, because we are remaining within the context of the Igbo must go agitation on the southwest, don't you think that the Igbo must go agitation is just purposely to take away the investment of Igbo in the southwest and destroy whatever they must have built over the years? Don't you think that is just the basis? Not because they wanted the Igbos to have their freedom from Nigeria.
Yes, Mazi, you are right. But we are going to use it. We will use it against them. The primary purpose why the proponent of Igbo must go came up, spewed the trash. It's not because they didn't want Igbo to go. One, they brought it to divert attention. Attention was on the protest, end bad government protest. That was the fulcrum of this whole thing that has put now. They wanted people to take their mind away from that. So, the Igbo too will go. They agitated so that Igbos does not participate. These people never believed that Igbos totally will not participate in this end bad government protest. They thought Igbos were pretending. They thought Igbos were just claiming we will not, so that nobody will hold them responsible. They know that if the Igbos get involved in the protest, that's the end of Tinubu's government. And that's the truth of the matter. If the Igbos had joined our protest, it would have ended there. So we have our reasons. We have lost enough. The remnant remaining are going to build Biafra. We are not prepared to lose anybody again. It doesn't mean we are afraid of death. No, we don't fear. We are fearless before our enemies. But because we said nobody should protest, they were looking for means to divert attention. So, okay, if you guys are going to protest against Tinubu government, then Igbo must go. So when we threaten them now, they will back down. That was number one. Number two, they mean it. They have started it. Mazi came in case you don't know. The Igbo must go protest had started. They surrounded. They came to Gulano Drive and they broke all Igbo shops and carted away all the goods. So Igbo must go is leave your property and go home. And we can tell them it will not happen. Not in this date and time. Such could have happened 300 years ago, not now. We are told, I said it on air, everybody living in the southwest space, they took your property, keep the document. A group will collect it at the right time. There are certain things about that I will show on air. Mazi came, I can give you an estimate of how many property that will be destroyed in Lagos. If I say it, you will scream. Tinubu and the Shawolu and all those fans that walk around them, they are not aware that we're keeping record. All the Igbo properties, because when we talk about Igbo, who is Igbo? A beauty man is Igbo, in case you don't know. It's when they come to this discourse, they tell you, no, they're not Igbo. They're Igbo. Ijo is Igbo, in case you don't know. When they want to Igbo, they say, no, they're Ijo, they're not Igbo. But everything they deny Igbo, they have denied Ijo. Why? Bring them here and map a particular region and say, this is the Igbos. In case you have forgotten or you don't even know, many people don't know that where you call Benin today, Edo State, Igodo, was Southeast in 1962, was Southeast in 1961. Taraba State was Southeast, in case you don't know. The whole of Benue State was Southeast, in case you don't know. I know, and I'm telling you of what I know for sure. So the white man came here and identified everybody in all this space as Igbos. Then when they noticed that there is a little vibration language, dialectical differences. They can't capitalize on it to spread their head, to spread the division. That is why you had a Midwest emerging, not Mideast. A territory that was now given autonomy, regional autonomy, and is now branded Midwest. Why will it be Midwest when that space was Southeast before granted autonomy? Have you seen all the game that Britain played? All the dirty and foolish game. But it's backfiring on them. Britain will go down. A prophet said it, nobody listened to him. Britain is going down in a short period. There will be nothing called the UK. UK will be wiped out on the surface of the earth for messing with the children of Elohim. Mark my words. When you do, I said it. The whole of UK. You see these people that the UK used, that the British used to kill innocent people in Africa, those people will destroy that place. The place will be completely destroyed. The place will be ruined completely. Nobody will exist in that space in a short while. Because what will happen there, the kind of weapon that we use in that space, no animal that breathes will be able to exist there in another 50, 100 years. Did you see British police bowing to Islamic leaders in London? British police, white people, we are bowing, not one, not two, in a large number, bow to them. Those are the people in charge now. As I speak, the Arab, the same people they used to destroy Biafra, the same people they used to destroy Africa. If you know how evil the Brits are, the Luciferian, I don't know if there's any race that has affinity with Lucifer more than Britain, the West. Look at the evil they did in the Middle East. Where you call Egypt today is where they stole everything they're using against us. Egyptian spirituality is what they termed Christianity. Egyptian what do you call them? Legends are the ones you have, the names you have in the Bible now, to tell all the story. And they showed it to us. They borrowed the spirituality. They came to, in the days of Alexander the Great, Napoleon, what's it called? They came to Egypt, packed all the books in the library, took them to Alexandria, and gave them to Aristotle to study. Aristotle did a good job. He studied everything, wrote them down, and renamed everything and put his name. Today you open anything you check, you say Greek, according to Greek. And the Greek, these things are not indigenous or original to the Greek. The owners of the history, the owners of the ideology, nobody makes credit to them. And what did they do? They wipe out that place. Strangers occupy Egypt today. They changed the name from Kemet to Egypt. Concoct a lot of books, the one they call spiritual books, to give the historic credence. Today, we are the one bowing to them. Everything that they know, they learned from Egypt. In case you don't know, all the first schools they ever attended, this Western civilization started in Athens. All the Ionians, all great philosophers we talk about, they all went to Egypt to study. The same thing they've done in the zoo. The British came here and they saw that the resources, what they call the liquid gold, was in abundance in Biafran land, in Igbo land, and among our cousins at the water coastal region. What did they do? They began to plan on how to take over that resources. Because we didn't know what we had. We didn't know what that thing was. That is why there was amalgamation. Amalgamation was simply done to bring strangers to be in charge, so that when they need the resources, they will call Sokoto. They don't have to call Calabar. They don't have to call Onitsha. So that is the evil they succeeded in doing.
So Wada, do you have any further questions for Mazi J.C.I. before we move into another topic of discussion?
Of course, I will always have my questions. Mazi, this inflammatory comment was made by the current essay to Mr. President. That is a Bayo Ononoga, the open threat he gave to the Igbos during 2023 campaign and the election period. Even till today, the tweet is still there on his X account, and that was about 18 months ago. And just like you say, that it started from one man, and from there they continued. But little did they know that all they tried to use against the Igbo man, against the children of Chukwuokike Abiama, against IPOB and the Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, we turn against them, because it is no longer what they thought that they are seeing. Now, Mazi, despite that everything they are doing is turning against them, do you think that if it is an Igbo man that had made this open threat, and also, because I want you to reconcile all these things to what is going on presently, the flags that we are raised, or that was raised in the north, several states like Kano, Kaduna, Jos. I listened to one government official that was interviewed on one national television, and the man was saying that, oh, the people raised the flags, they were illiterate. Little did they even know that some of them, that even when you call them and ask them which flag is that they may even be unable to tell you that it's a Russian flag. That even the tailor that made the flags may also be ignorant. Now they are seeing all these reasons. Mazi, do you think that if all these things are coming from the Igbos, do you think that this is the way that they will be handled?
Yes. If it were in the Igbo space, more than 500 villages would have been burnt by now. If those flags were raised in Aba, Onisha, Asaba, Calabar, Wari, by now, the whole of the state would have been on flame. They would have deployed their military there to burn. Just yesterday, Boko Haram killed 6 policemen in Zamfara. No village is burned. So the call for Igbo must go is one of the reasons why Igbo must go. When Olanuga, whatever he calls himself, that made the threat during the election, that's one of the reasons why Igbo must go. Since we cannot vote in Lagos, we can pay all the tax. Tinubu makes billions in Lagos. 33 billions they make in Lagos. Is it in a month or in a week? Where do they get it from? All the market of the Igbos. Anytime they make, when they lock one market, they tell the market leaders who are Igbos, go and bring 5 million. Go and bring 20 million. That's what they do in Lagos, because you don't know. When it's time for election, they are not allowed to vote. It still pisses me to how the Igbos, what are they doing in Lagos? It beats my imagination. I've never seen the people as stubborn and daft as the Igbos. Tinubu has not stopped demolishing Igbo houses. That's why I said those who made the call for Igbo must go, although they made it, the motive was different. They made it to divert attention from the protest, and they made it to create room for all their talks to go and, as usual, as scavengers, go and loot and steal Igbo properties. But it has turned out to be a good thing. They are calling for Igbo must go, and the Igbo told me we go now. Igbo, it's time for Igbo to go. So I need you to permit me, somebody to ask me, why must Igbo go? What are the reasons why Igbo need to go now before another genocide repeats? The same resentment, the same feeling, the same political crisis that was in the air in the 60s. We have a worse scenario now. That is why Igbo need to go before another genocide. Because in the age where we are now, there are more Igbos in Lagos now than you had in the 60s, in case you don't know. There are more Igbos in Abuja now than you had in the 60s, in case you have forgotten. There are more Igbos outside the Biafran territory. There are more Igbo, because when we talk about Igbo, let me tell you for free, anybody whose mother ties 2-piece wrapper, you are Igbo. Whether you are a Ghana, Igede, Isoko, what's it called? Orobo, Ijo, Ijojo. As long as your mother ties 2 piece wrapper, you are Igbo by ancestry. And please, for those of you who are educated, please jettison your prejudice, jettison what you've been told, jettison your primitive hatred for the Igbos, because that's what you are meant to know in the zoo. The zoo is designed and fashioned that the only thing that keeps the zoo together is Igbo hate. That is the reason why they're calling Igbo's name. Hausa is protesting. They say it's Igbo, it's Pitobi. Because Igbo hate is the only disease that plagues the zoo. One of my boys did a cartoon which was added in this jingle. That the greatest sickness that plagues the zoo is hepatitis. That is the greatest disease the zoo has. Chinua Achebe identified it. Separately, talked about it. So the greatest problem that the zoo have is the hate for the Igbo. Where did they get it from? That's what Britain taught them. Britain does not fear anybody as much as they fear the Igbos. And let me tell you why they fear us. In the whole of the zoo called Nigeria, it's only Biafrans that killed the Brit. I've said it before and I will repeat. Why do I repeat all this? Many of you don't know history. Many of our people don't read history. Many of our people have no time to check what happened yesterday. And they don't know that history repeats itself after a cycle of time. So, the only people that kill the Igbos, the Brits, who are they? Igbo people, they're Biafrans. Their mother tied to slapper. They practice 4 market days. Eke Unko Ori. They call it different name. In Benin, Eke Aro. That they call Aro is Afo. But don't worry, we're not really here to argue all those ones. The zoo have told them long story to make them feel that their civilization is older and longer than that of the Igbo. And it's not true. Let honest and academicians come. Yes, there are chronological evidences. The Igbo artifact is older than the Ife artifact, is older than Benin artifact put together. So there are scientific and professional ways that will check date and time, will check what has happened in the past. They have professional historians who know what I know. So the Igbo civilization is the oldest. We are the ancient people. Apart from the Kokoshan, we are the next race that fill the earth. The Japanese are Igbos. The Chinese are Igbos. Everybody where you call Asia, they are all Igbos. That is their ancestry. Because they are honest people. Chinese say that they are cousins, they are relations in Africa. They see that they are not from the Caucasian. Because most of them who are educated, who are anthropologists, know that we are only 2 species that survived the era of the survival of the fittest. I talk about it every time. So that those who are educated should go and find out what is called Australopithecus boisei. That is the Caucasian race. And
you are gradually moving into evolution. Can't we have it as a topic one day?
Yes, why not? We can.
Okay, now Mazi, are you now saying that Igbophobia was created by the Britain?
Yes. Igbophobia was created by Britain, and why? The Brits saw the people who are very intelligent, who are very smart, who are very hard working, who are so determined, the people who are fearless. The Brits were massacred in large numbers in Iguana. That's why till tomorrow they don't allow people from that space to have control political power. Anybody that killed the Brits structures things against them everywhere in the world. Only few race kill the Brits. All the few people that kill the Brits, they are not in charge of political power in their various countries, except those who have money to gain independence. The Igbos are the only people that kill the Brits in the zoo. Only the Igbos. The Yorubas didn't kill the British. The Hausas never killed the British. It is only the Igbos, the Ijaw people in Akasa War, killed the Brits. That is why you see Ijo where it is today. Is it not appalling that Bayelsa State that produces to the national economy, Bayelsa is among the first three in the Nigerian political earnings, where Nigeria gets more. Bayelsa has only 8 local governments. Kanu has 44. Sokoto has 39. Have you talked about all this injustice? What kind of rubbish is this? Which means when they go to Bayelsa and take all the oil and their master Britain takes maybe 75%, the remaining 25% they give to the zoo, they will share it according to the number of the local governments, and they will give Kanu 44 and give Bayelsa only 8. Let me put it in billions. Imagine the sharing national cake. Kanu will collect 44 billion when Bayelsa collects only 8 billion. And all the oil, 40-50% of the resources that sharing was taken from Bayelsa. The gold in Zamfara belongs to only Zamfara. Do you see why the zoo can never be salvaged? The zoo can never, anybody who like bring. If Jesus Christ we read about is a man who bring him to lead the zoo, he still cannot repair the zoo because the foundation is faulty. Anything built on injustice will always throw out good people. It will throw out good ideas. It will throw out good practices. Igbos are good people. We develop everywhere we go. That's why the society hates them. The Nigerian society is toxic to evil, to good. Nigerian society was concocted. Like I say, when you talk about the crucibles of an evil man in a foreign land, we are talking about that concoction, the cage where the evil man finds himself. The crucible refers to that, that enclosure where the evil man will now eventually emerge to something better. So the zoo, the contraption, the British, because it was built by heartless people for imperialistic exploit or exploitative blood-spilling adventure, and for the liquid gold called crude oil. Do you know that to steal the crude that belongs to another person, you have to become cruel. You have to become heartless. The British people are cruel and heartless because they can't survive without stealing. They have nothing. Pretty much of all the resources that run the world comes from Africa. And that is why they have their grip on Africa. But there's a good news. Freedom is coming. Liberation is coming. There's a Mazi Nnamdi Kanu generation. We are that generation. We have started effecting change without them knowing. Change has come in Sahel State. Change is coming. Biafra is coming. It's not negotiable. Biafra is sacrosanct. Biafra has been given. Spiritually, Biafra is gone. Those things in our Asurok don't even know that Biafra has gone. The people holding Biafra are not talking again. They're just looking at us. What will they do? Let's wait a little longer. How long can we keep it? How long can we keep the contraction? How long will it take us to see the mold? That is the game they are now playing.
Mazi, there is a question I would have loved to ask as regards to for the fact that you are within the contraption. How do you give us your perspective of the direction of the economy of the zoo as it stands today?
The zoo economy is on a downward slide. The zoo economy is on a fast track reverse. It's moving on an astronomical speed backwards. Now I'll put it to you. Now the progress or the rate of progress made during Obasanjo and Jonathan to now is double negatively in the reverse. Because Buhari came and started running backward, pack all our money to buy arms and give Fulanis to be killed. Buhari sold our oil for credit in advance. Why? He thought Kanu will accept the offer of Eastern states to go. So he mortgaged, he immediately went to sell the oil in Niger Delta. That's why we're telling our people there, don't fold your hands, they will consume you. In less than 10 years, your children will bear Muhammad and Musa for the killing of you. They thought Biafran Kanu will abandon them and go. And the reason why Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is still where he is today is because of the Yoruba people. Because of Ijo, Ishekiri, Anang, Agatu, Igala. But they don't know, but it's not important. A few of them know. One day they will know. So the zoo has no economy, Mazi. The economy is there. Now let me explain to you. In socio-political economy, there are indices of a growing economy. If you want to see economy that is doing well, there is something tripling. You know when you are driving a car, what's it called? That stuff goes to speedometer. There's something that is always moving up. When the car is, steaming, it's always up. So, and the speedometer will keep going up when the speed is increasing. When it's decreasing, you know that car is grinding. So the zoo is grinding. You know, when you turn off the engine of a car that's been on motion for too long, the wheels will continue to roll to a certain point. The engine of the zoo has been turned off. The zoo is just a motion rolling to a halt, to grind. Now, how do I say so? All other people have jumped out. Those that built the zoo are running away. Why are they running away? They know that the zoo is dead. Americans know that the zoo is dead. I say it every day on air that the only people remaining in the zoo are scavengers. Those who are in Warri stealing oil for free. Those who are in Imo State piping our oil. They're in Obaru. All the oil that they steal, they take from Obaru. They don't pay 1 naira to Anambra State. The zoo can't survive with economic injustice melted against the Igbos. They have laid pipe everywhere in Igbo land. They move all our resources to neighboring states. That is why they want to do another regionalism, balkanization, turn to regionalism. They want to take Ohaji, make Igbo land because of the large deposit of gas to Akwa Ibom, to places where they know that their leaders will drink, collect change, and keep quiet. But see that the Igbos must die. There's no offer did not make to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Has he given you? No. Will they ever give him? Never. As little as we are, we can't tell you what we face. So people like us want to be wealthy or rich. At the snap of our hand, billions will run into our accounts. There are not people who all they care is just put us in your platform, forward what you are doing to us. Name your price every month. Will we ever accept that? Never. We prefer death. All we care is freedom. And we must get Biafra. So Mazi, the zoo has no economy. He said, now, tell me, why do you have no economy? Why? That's what they call economic blueprints in every country. Every country have developmental plans. They have long-term developmental plans and short-term. The zoo has no short-term, they have no long-run, they have no long-term developmental plan. There is no developmental plan. What they are, the zoo is a carcass where everybody goes to steal. Tinubu has come. Tinubu will outpace everybody. What IDB stole from the zoo, from oil windfall, $2.something billion as at that time. That's what Babangida sold. Now they're celebrating like 83. But institutionalized corruption, institutionalized looting. In the zoo. What did he do with all that money? He camouflaged that he was fighting a war in Ekomog, in Liberia. He was using that to steal. And he has stolen and stolen and stolen. Has he bettered his life? No. Is he a happy person? No. Will he ever be happy? He can never be happy. You can't steal public fund and be happy. Zoo has no economy. Got no economic blueprint. What? Tell me what Tinubu has put on table. Did he bring technocrats? The answer is no. Obasanjo came into power and brought technocrats to assist him. He went to World Bank, bring the best. He brought the likes of Chasforodo, bring the Koji warriors of this world, bring the guy that is MD of African Development Bank, additional. They brought all these people to come and assist him to run the economy, and they claimed the economy was making giant strides. Look at during that Britain became the richest man in Africa during all those regimes. What is happening now? So Jonathan came and brought all the Igbos, brought intelligent people. That's when there was an economy. When Ukojuwala was managing the economy. Now there's no economy. They're just there. What can we steal? But what can we pick? Let's take and get out of here. That's what they're doing. Tinubu knows Nigeria will disintegrate. But the only problem is that the way he is going, nobody knows how long it will last. Release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu now, you say no. He's waiting for October 1st. Are you sure you'll be there till October 1st? It's not a guarantee, it's not a certainty. Tinubu has more evil laws you want to introduce. Does not see space. The one Speaker House of Representatives brought out is one. There are four ungodly demonic laws Tinubu want to bring in the Zoom. But I'm not sure you will have the chance to introduce them. Mazi, this is where I want to stop on this question.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Mazi. One, I don't know if you have any question, and I would like us to proceed for the lines to be open, so that because we have already time passed, and we need to open the line for those who might want to call in. To do so. Please, I would like to request that that our director of technical director should just pull down the Skype ID, because we are not needing the Skype ID today. We'll be doing with the WhatsApp. Only the WhatsApp number, please, for those who want to call in, +49 15216609937, +49 15216609937. That is the number to call in. And we don't have much time any longer. We've been able to deal with some of the issues as they are happening presently in the zoo called Nigeria. We have been able to talk about the Igbo must go agitation in the southwest, the request for Igbos to leave the southwest, and we all know that Igbos cannot just go back to their villages without any legal accord, considering the fact that Igbos have lots and lots of properties running in billions in those regions, and you cannot deny them of their investment simply because you want to use your illegal agitation for Igbo must go, not because you actually wanted Igbos to go, but to take over their properties, to run another abandoned property project like it was done in between 1966 to 70. No, between 67 to 70, obviously. So that is the reality. The call for Igbos to leave the Southwest was not because they want Igbos to have their freedom, but because they want to take over the businesses of Igbos. They want to chase Igbos away and take over their properties. That is just the reality of the matter. Whether we like it or not, that is the truth. Because they feel that the economic dominance of the Igbos have to, in a way, be curtailed. We saw what happened when they said they wanted to construct a road to Calabar, and they went ahead to destroy a hotel resort owned by an Igbo man, and immediately after the destruction of that hotel resort, they turned back again to say, oh, we can no longer construct through that road. That is another Igbo must go strategy. Not because they wanted to construct a road through that path, but because they just want to run that business down. Mazi, can you please give us the real perspective? Because it is important that we bring it in a better context. Because if Igbos have to leave the Southwest, he has to go through a normal process. Mazi, can you hear me?
Yes, loud and clear. Mazi, you are right. Yes, Igbos must go. It was a call made in divorce. It wasn't intentional. It is a positive error, because there are times where certain decisions taken in default could turn out to be an advantage. As it was done to divert attention from the bad government protests, to frustrate the Igbos, to threaten them, to make them feel if you participate, will come after you. It was another one, okay, good and fine, did they go ahead and protest, we use this opportunity to loot them dry. So now, people must go. And Igbos are going. There's no going back. Nothing will stop it. We will go. We have started going. But let me tell you for free that the quantum of move to the east is encouraging. That is why they state the first flag operation in Aba. Because some people are trooping to Aba since the man there began to construct roads, construct area the market. People are seeing reason to return home. That's what they're doing. That's why Fulani is working harder in Enugu State through their streets. Working harder in Enugu State through their streets. Wherever you have APC, what you have is an institutionalized gang of killers, bloodsuckers, and antisocial people who hate development. So they want people to go where we're going. You can't tamper with our properties. So all these ones you are destroying and stealing, they will hook you for NECO. It's all the properties you people are taking. You pay for it. A time will come. These political criminals running the zone now from the southwest. What annoys me is that southwest people are not as bad as they are portrayed by their politicians. Please don't get me wrong. I lived in southwest for like 38 years. I've said it before. I schooled in Ife. I schooled in Unilag. I mingle with people from that region. These strangers occupy their government houses. So Wuri is not from Lagos. Speaker of Lagos State Assembly is not from Lagos. Tinubu is not from Lagos. These impostors, these criminals from wherever they come from, that are parading as Yoruba people, are not running Yoruba agenda. Sorry, I'm saying it from this platform. They are running their own selfish agenda. They are running their own agenda by their own clique. The consensus the new honest Yoruba people told him, it is not your turn, it is the turn of the evils. It takes sincere people to talk in that manner. Those people that spoke in that manner are the true Yoruba people, that the true Yoruba politicians. What you have now is a gang of scavengers who want to grab as much as they can grab before everyone gets. It's just a pity that they didn't know they could have even tried to build the system. They're doing nothing. Where is the project they're doing? Elephant project everywhere that they used to siphon. Look at how much they spend on completing vice president out that had gotten to 75% completion. So you see, that shows you that's the volume of who they are. Or the kind of people they are. Where is accountability? Where is NNPC? Why is the refineries not working? Now, I want to tell you, somebody was asked, what is the state of the zoo? The zoo has no economy. Because what it takes in the economic cycle, the wind controls the African economy. As long as you still pay allegiance to the West economically, politically, ideologically, you cannot make progress. All the breakthrough institutions are designed to keep Africa one. There's nothing called the United Nations, in case you don't know. World Bank is designed to keep Africa poor. IMF is designed to perpetuate Africa. Why did IMF approach Africa to take loan? How many Europeans took IMF? When Greece has economic problem, did they give them IMF loan? The answer is no. So if they want to be free in Africa, they need to abandon NATO. There are the two forces are controlling the world right now. Is the BRICS or NATO? NATO is the old Roman Empire. The scavengers, the slave masters that come to kill, steal, and destroy. If you clear their back, they tell you what to do. They don't give good advice. Britain has never advised anybody right. America has never advised any country right. If they have, why did they do what they did in Libya? Why did they destroy Iraq? Why did America destroy Afghanistan? They are doing more evil than good. All they do is to keep Africa down. No economy works in Africa. How can a normal human being wake up and say that the biggest project in West Africa should not excel? Sorry, Dangote is not my friend. I don't like him, I will never like him. But I tell you for free that the biggest thing that the zoo has right now is that refinery. If they are not cowards, they will allow that refinery to work. It will bring down the price of fuel. If they allow that refinery to work, it will improve the value of the naira. Why will you be importing fuel? When you have 3 refineries, they built one.
So many calls kept coming, please. I think we start taking call, please. So many calls kept coming.
Okay, can we take the first caller, please?
All right, first caller on the line. Good evening and welcome to the program. Yes, you're on WhatsApp. You have been holding on for the past 6 minutes. Go ahead,
Thank you very much.
Ask your questions and make your contributions, please.
Agreed the principal officer of IPOB Worldwide, Directorate of State of Biafra, IPOB Worldwide Eastern Security Network. I greet my leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. My fellow brothers and sisters from Biafra land, see what happened to us on this planet Earth. The people that caused it must pay. They must pay so dearly for it. You see these people.
Mazi, I don't know if you are hearing what he's saying.
Yes, I'm very well clear. What did he say? What is his question?
These people messed our land up completely. But I must greet IPOB Worldwide that pick up everything, that they persist. We picked it up and packed it, and still packing it, fixing it, and we must fix it in order. Don't wait till anybody to rest of it. That's why we cannot call anybody. We are the one to fix it. And they must pay so dearly for it, for the atrocities they committed in our land. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Mazi. Thank you very much.
Mazi, you didn't tell us your name and where you are calling from.
I'm calling from Italy. I'm calling from Italy. Mazi Nnamdi Coordinator of Milano. So, thank you very much.
Thank you for your country.
Thank you, Mazi. Do we have another caller?
Let's go ahead. So many, but some have dropped. I know they will keep coming. Mazi, let me ask, do you think that because of all this, and because they have already hashtag this Igbo must go, do you think that is why insecurity is first of all created in the southeast? Well, let me pick this call, please. Good evening, caller. Your name and where you are calling from, please.
We have a caller. Mazi, we have a caller. Let's take this call, please.
This is Biafra daughter, the daughter of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu from Edo State, Igodomi. Thank you for your great job.
You are welcome.
Why I called this evening, I greet my leader, I greet my Biafrans, IPUB, my great leaders, DOS. Why I call, there is no question. The reason why I call, if we can do it, this is the time we need to do it to restore Biafra. Who no fish shit for Nigeria, now we they take the land. What they call the Yoruba? Enough is enough for this their nonsense. If we can do it and live in Nigeria now, we need to do it. But Tinubu will not tell us that he's dead. He doesn't hear what they are saying now. So many, I don't know the name that I will call them. So he cannot tell me they doesn't understand with the language that the people of Yoruba, they are singing and the music they are singing now. See, our body they hot. Our body they hot. Otunubu should send paper. We want to go. Otunubu should send paper for referendum, and they should pay their court order and release the great leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. If they do these two things, they still see us from their land. Anywhere they see, make they carry and go. Anywhere they want carry and go. We are tired of Nigeria. We are tired of Nigeria. We are willing to go. We are willing to go. They should stop insulting us. We don't deserve all this nonsense from Yoruba. We don't deserve it. Enough is enough. If the Yoruba can tell Otunubu to send the paper and release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu unconditionally and give us the day of referendum, we will leave. And if they do it the other way, we are not afraid of them. Any Biafra they push, if Yoruba push, you pull them back and protect yourself. Rubbish. Enough is enough. Enough is enough. Thank you. Thank you, Mwanda, for giving me this opportunity.
Thank you, Madam.
Mazi, there is a question I would like to. Do we have a caller? Because there is a question I would like to ask. Wada, do we have a caller? Okay, Mazi, don't you think that that Tinubu have the opportunity to put certain things right when it comes to the issue of agitation by putting the necessary infrastructures in place for a possible referendum through making the laws in the House of Assembly so that this request for referendum can, be put into place for whoever in Nigeria that that is seeking for that possibility of referendum. And if he fails to, do what he's supposed to do, don't you think that after his administration, that the Yorubas are also going to turn around to blame him for his failure and, in putting the right infrastructure in place?
The question is well understood.
Mazi, I don't know your line. I don't know if your line is breaking or cracking or whatever, because there is a lot of underground noise there. If you can stay calm in one place, because there is a lot of noise in the background. You are making lots of movement. I don't know.
Okay, because of the noise, the caller, unmute yourself, please. I've unmuted you from here. Unmute yourself. Good evening and welcome to the program. Oh, I'm doing great. Thank you.
Okay. My name is Dozo. I'm calling from Ibuocha. The question that I want to ask is that, are you hearing me?
Go ahead, please.
Okay. When there's one time that our leader made one mention that anytime we didn't find him, that we should try everything possible to make sure that we do anything possible to destroy the zoo. And from what I'm seeing as these people are doing their own thing, I don't think that they have any intention of releasing him with this peaceful pattern. If there is any other way that we can go about it, at least let us do that one first. That is number one. That is number one that I want to say. And another one is, even when this our saga was analyzing things, he said that this Igbo must go. This Igbo must go is a welcome development, because in all the whole angle, as far as Nigeria setting is concerned, the Igbos is hated everywhere. If you see the kind of maltreatment that they are giving to our people, it's nothing to write about. Even all these checkpoints, the way that they will be humiliating us is too much. And we should be calling all this is that Igbo must go, even to exist Nigeria. That should be the talk of the town now, because the intimidation is too much. And finally, that I want to say is that there is a time that our leader made mention that if the only option that they give to us is war. Are you hearing me?
I'm listening. The world is listening to you.
If the only option that they give to us is to go by war, that by the time that the war will start, that they are going to make sure that weapon is being given to every doorstep of our people so that we can defend ourselves. Please, I want to say that so that the GS will also be working on that. It's not only the volunteer people or ESN that we fight this, but
for correction purposes, the world is listening. International communities, they are watching us. Please, we are on national TV. IPOB is not known for violence. We are not calling for war, please. And there are some words that we don't use on national television because IPOB is a peaceful movement, a peaceful organization that is pushing for disintegration of Nigeria and for liberation of the Biafrans and the entire black race. Peacefully, please, we are not violent. Go ahead with your remaining questions or summarize just in 10 seconds, please. Thank you.
Okay, I have had to know that what they are doing to us is, we that are here on the class, we are receiving a feeling. That is the most reason that made me to sound like this. But no problem. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you so much. Mazi Kem, did you get his question?
Can I respond to his first question?
Go ahead, Mazi.
Yes, the caller needs to understand that IPOB is a well-structured organization. IPOB is run by people, intelligent people, exposed, learned, and people who know what's up. IPOB is not run by miscreants, as they used to call us. IPOB is not run by garage boys, motorbike boys. No. IPOB is run by technocrats who work with, who have strategies. They work with strategy. IPOB is a very strategic place. So when they said, he's saying that we should do anything, so don't find him, destroy the zoo. Yes, he said it. Is that the only thing he said? He don't do it to kill a back of Jews, whatever Jews tells you you do. Have you forgotten that he said that? Now, in the absence of onion, the Jews is there, doing the needful. Time changes. It's only a fool that goes to war with only one free pattern. When I watch football every day, I love using football. Everybody understands the rule of football. No coach goes to a tournament with only one player information. You tell the player, if these people will come this way, change your pattern. This person move back, you move forward. When it's like this, everybody move back. Don't give them space to score. So IPOB is a very strategic place to run by strategic people. So if you expect us to just pick only one command from him, do you understand it? We need to put so many commands, so many of them put together. We're only picking one. So he said, now you don't see me destroy the zoo. Hold on. Your case is like Nnamdi. They put inside shit. When you're about to come out, they're complaining. We are gone. We are through. We have defeated the zoo. In case you don't know, maybe this coming out soon. Whether to people want to believe him or not. I'm just telling you, I'm saying to her, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is coming out very soon. Biafran is going. Biafran is already gone. He's coming out soon. The two people have the honor to release him. If he fails to, Mazi Nnamdi in this time of releasing you, only live in regret. Last week's click on the to release Kanu or miss the opportunity.
Thank you very much. And I would also like to add one or two words there. I can understand the frustration of the caller. He has complained about the level of intimidation, the harassment, the subjugation of our people, which is well understood. But I also want to make our people understand that the essence of some of these provocations are to push you to go to war.
Push us to war.
Yeah, so our people need to understand that what you are going through, actually, what they are putting you through is a psychological trauma, and you must take advantage of it to build your mind up for the worst situation, because there is nothing more they can do than what they have done so far and what they are doing right now. They have deployed every machinery to see that they destabilize our economy, they destabilize the eastern region, they frustrate our people, that they mentally destroy our people. But we have to remain resilient, we have to remain patient, because our people are on board on our full on AB. So we must understand the psychology of our enemies. It is a well worked out program to frustrate our people and see our people start speaking in different voices. But we must all come together in unity to understand that we cannot go to war unprepared, if at all we have to. We must learn from the lesson of the past and make sure that we coordinate ourselves. But I can tell you that we don't even need to go to war for Nigeria to crumble. because
the country's already crumbled.
Because
it has already crumbled.
The consumption have already gone into abyss. So for me, I would encourage our people to continue to mind your businesses, remain focused, continue to build our economy, because we are going to need that economy. We cannot go into Biafra with a dilapidated economy. We must continue to invest in ourselves on individual levels. We must continue to take advantage of recent and modern technologies to improve, to prepare the ground so that as soon as we're able to get Biafra, things will continue to flow and we will see progress in the land. Are there callers on the line?
Yeah, yes, the phone line has been buzzing. Yeah. The caller on the line, good evening and welcome to the program. Your name and where you're calling from, please. Caller on the line, you have been holding on for about 4 minutes now. Good evening and welcome to the program. Hello, caller, are you there? Caller, can you hear me?
If the caller is not coming on board, I would also like us to look at this concept of what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said, that if you do not see me, you should burn down the zoo. These are being rhetoric always used by certain individuals who feel that violence is an option. But what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu meant was that if you do not see me, but every day we are getting notifications from his whereabouts, and we understand the pain of his continuous illegal detention. But that continuous illegal detention is also part of the strategy to see how we can be pushed into a reaction. Because the zoo want to set the pace for us. And let us not forget that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have also told us that the zoo cannot set the pace for us. That we have to determine the pace. We have to determine that we are the one that will push them and show them where to fall. So when you allow your emotion to override your sense of reasoning, you find yourself falling into the trap of your enemy easily. So we must understand that we cannot go ahead and do things ahead of time. We must wait and be patient because everything has got its time. And when the time comes, naturally, those actions you are expecting will definitely take its course. Are there callers?
So many callers. Caller on the line, good evening and welcome to the program. I hope this problem is not emanating from me here. Caller on the line, can you hear me?
Well, if we don't have...
good evening. Your name and where you are calling from, please. Go ahead, please. I think the problem is from the caller. He will speak up and go down and the voice will disappear. It's from the caller because caller, are you there? Please change your...
I don't know if I'm coming out clear.
Okay, you are coming out right now.
Over here.
You are coming out right now. Go ahead.
Should I go ahead?
Yes, your name and where you are calling from, please.
Okay. Thank you very much, our host, Wada Jovita, and Mazi Patrick. We appreciate you very, very much. And I want to say special greetings to our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and of course to the Directorate of State, the viewers who are wise. My name is Mazi Nnamdi Kanu.
And it's good to find I'm from the middle province of Biafra land. And I greet my leader in the House this year, my contribution this evening is directed or centered around the Igbo or Igbo Moscow. My leader here, Mazi has talked at length concerning this very topic, and Mazi Patrick has also asked some questions that I intend to ask. But I want to put it this way, since I had the opportunity, that we should call, or I am adding my voice to call on our Yoruba brothers, our Oduduwa brothers. In my understanding, I know that this Igbo.
Oh, he's calling again. Sorry for losing that caller. If you can, please call back. Another caller on the line. Good evening and welcome to the program. Your name and where you're calling from, please.
Hello? Am I on to...
Okay.
Hello?
Yeah, go ahead.
I don't know if you can hear me.
Yes, I can, please.
Yeah, my sister, all hail Biafra.
All hail Biafra.
I salute everyone in the station there with the name of Chukwuka Biama. And I'm a first-time caller, not just first time in the agitation. But first time in this very big TV since they opened it. And it's a very wonderful thing that the DOS have proven that, what actually I will want to have. So we are all glad that all this improvement and development is coming up. But on the program that we are here in this evening, I want to thank my brother, one of the thing that we have in the station here. That I am glad that most of these our leaders, when you hear them talk, they have a deep sense and a deep understanding on the facts ahead and the understanding of the quest to get Biafra, knowing fully well that the Biafra is very, very defined. And not just only that it is defined, that we, in this very time, what we are supposed to do and when we are supposed to do them. These are things that gladdens my heart, and these are things that gives me, more as in belief and understanding and, steadfast to stay. Because there are things, even when you can't hear them, that is happening. And with all the years that we have been here, it has shown in any way. If you are blind, that's when you stop seeing it. But you are, spiritually and physically and intellectually, you look at something critically, just as our leader have taught us all these years. You know that Biafra is a divine, project, and all the people that have been involved in this very project have been, they have been top notch. As I don't have the better word to evaluate them, but I want my brother to, expatiate, in this area of where he's going, because this is like these are the areas where we are supposed to be working secretly, openly, economically, in all of these ways, saying that we relocate even ourselves, our children, our hard working in all the nations of this world. So I want him to educate our people more, especially our business people, in the ways and what we are supposed to be doing and how we are supposed to be doing it individually, physically, economically. Our people that is, preoccupied with their own self ideas. But when we have this opportunity, we that is have been here, we hear from the leadership, and you also help us to, go outside and, discuss, educate, tell other people the best way that we have, heard and know that these are what we should be doing. Like most of our people, like most of what the DOS have done in the time past, like agricultural projects, even the one Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said, economic, these are things that have helped. Even if you have been listening to our broadcasters, Mazi Jonathan, many of them, especially my brother, Banale,
these are people, they educate you, beyond just the agitation, beyond even in your own private areas or what you're supposed to be doing. I don't know if you understand my question. There was a time, they even tell us what to do, change our money and how to, go about this thing. So I would be glad if he goes this area to educate us, so we can be working together, because this work is not just only the US, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, or the Biafran agitators. We, the people.
Thank you, Paul. I think you have made the point.
Thank you. You've made your point, please, so that we can give others. Thank you so much. Thank you for coming.
Mazi Jesse, I would like to give you some response to that question. Mazi Jesse, what do you encourage our people to do on their individual levels? We have rolled out series of programs, especially in the areas of agriculture. I would like you to give have some take before I also come into, to add whatever I have to say.
Thank you, Mazi. Basically, what I would tell their friends to do, that they have been doing or they should continue to do, is that first and foremost, they must continue to support DOS. That's ESN. In any way you can, even as principal officers. If you're hearing me now, you're not paying your dues currently. I've paid my due for the year. At the beginning of the year, I paid my due for the whole year. So, you as a leader, have you paid your due? DOS is saddled with so many responsibilities. I said it on air on Friday. The Mazi Chinedu is not able to meet up with the demands of his time. But so many people will know. Some will come and insult him, call DOS names. They don't know what he goes through. They don't know the challenges. They don't know how many problems that the zoo creates for us every day. The zoo creates, the only thing they know how to do, the zoo has created some structures. What they do is to generate problems for IPOB. Do you know there are some journalists, the only thing they do every week is just write any junk about IPOB. They will write any nonsense, put Biafra flag there, pin it on IPOB, tag IPOB. What is the idea? In the same game, psychological thing, destroy their name. The same way everybody hates Igbo man. Igbo man has not offended anybody because the media project Igbo in a negative light. That's what they did. So they control the media everywhere in the world. These demons that rule the whole world, one of the instruments they use is the media. Disinformation. And the more you keep hearing wrong thing, it gets registered in your mind. You begin to accept it to be real. If you hear every day, the same way they hate evil to be evil. Every church person in Africa says in Biafran sees it as demon, because that is what the religious leader called him. They didn't interpret that word well. So that's the zoo has institutions that the only thing they have, the only assignment they have is how to create problems for IPOB. They pick up people every day. We won't guide us from one prison to the other. As we speak, if we begin to give you the figure of IPOB members that are in detention in the zoo, you will close your ear. If I tell you that the leadership spends so much to take care of people in the prisons, Mazi Chinedu is a kind-hearted person. There's no 2, 3 months, almost every month, that they don't send message to these people. And every now and then they go and bring more innocent people. So the family has so many problems to contend with. What you need to do as an individual is to keep keeping faith. Biafra is here. Number one, relocate. You're not going to build Biafra from Zamfara where you are. You will not be able to build Biafra from Sokoto. You only build where you are. Many years we were building Lagos. One year I decided that this rubbish has to stop. I start a process of liquidifying all my investment in Lagos and relocation before I run away. Why? You cannot be living in London and say you're building a bar. It's not possible. Except you establish a business there. And when the pros don't. So start going home. They'll be telling you go and build your own Alaba in our area. Yes, why not? Do you know that 75% of your patronage of your customers are Biafrans? So what is the heck? What the heck is the problem?
Why are we busy colonizing other people, building other people's land? So what we need to do as an individual where you are, keep praying for our leader. It's coming out soon. ODB is coming out. Nothing will stop it. Nobody born of a woman can stop it. Nobody. No power can stop it. No government can stop it. America can't stop him. They would have, if they can. Britain would have killed him. That's what they planned to do, which it wasn't possible. Why? Because there was high-profile viewers. I never allowed it. But you will not know. Those people at the back talking jokes will not know why women is still beating today because of IPB viewers. So keep supporting them financially with your prayer. Attend the meetings. Do the things you need to do. Keep supporting the system. Relocate, go home. It's one way. Get busy in agriculture. The way our people want agriculture this year is massive. The pictures we get, the sweet idea is distributed. People are harvesting everywhere. In every state, the testimony is awesome. And more are coming. So everybody participates. In your land, have a farmland for farming. Make provision to farm. Stop allowing our enemies to feed us. The most sensitive, security conscious sector of the economy of every nation is what? Agriculture, food production. Who fits you? Decide what becomes of you. Whoever fits you, decide your future. Can kill anytime they likes. The food blockade is the one we lost. We never lost at the battlefield. If that war had raged for 10 years, Nigeria and Britain never would have defeated Biafran. They knew it. They testified to it. And it resulted to food blockade. So all of you support. If you can't farm, get somebody to farm in the village.
Thank you very much. I would like to also add one or two words because there are certain questions that he asked that are very, very important. Our people always, seeking direction from the leadership of IPOB, and which is quite commendable because we've seen the progress that is being made in the areas of agriculture. And there are certain specific questions that he asked. What do you want us to do now? What can we do on our own on individual level? We must understand that a people who choose the path of development have always done certain things that are required for that development to come. When you look at developed societies today, such developed societies are born out of work. When it comes to, work, they work. You don't expect miracle to happen. Every developed society you see today have men and women with great skills, because any society that have no skill is meant to die. When you look at the zoo today, what is the problem with the zoo today? Because they have not been able to give the population the required skill to even develop the economy. So I would continue to encourage Biafrans that you must engage yourself with skill acquisition. As much as all of you have the ambition to go to the university, to go and study one course or the other, you must understand that skill acquisition is the only thing that can put you ahead of every other person. Just like anywhere in the world. No matter how little the skill is it in the area of car maintenance? Is it in the areas of electronics? Whatever you can acquire as a skill will be needed and will be very, very useful for the growth, for the economic growth of the Biafran people and the Biafran nation. So I would encourage everybody to get their hand on something. There must be something you must be known for. That this is what I do. This is what I can offer. This is where I have to bring the end to that discussion as regard to the question the caller made. Are there other calls as we keep? We are rounding up. We are winding down.
The line is seriously bustling.
Okay.
Seriously bustling. Yeah, caller on the line. Good evening and welcome to the program. Your name and where you are calling from, please.
Thank you very much. My name is Mazi and I'm calling from my location, I'm a Biafran from the Godomigodo province. All protocol observed, I appreciate our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, current leadership, the POS, and of course yourself, Wada Jobista, and Mazi Patrick, our host. Not forgetting my leader in the house, Mazi JCI. Thank you so much for your vocability and your tenacity. I would like to, it's a contribution stroke request, and it is bordered or centered around the Igbo crisis that we are talking about. The Igbo must go. I like to say that to our Oduduwa brethren, that those who are calling, who really want Igbo people out of their space, rather than calling and raining all that, putting all that energy to call Igbo out of your state, when you already know that we are already clamoring for a referendum that will help us to decide where we want to be. Why don't you channel this energy in asking the government, especially that it is your own son that is now at the end of affair? So we are using this medium to speak to our brothers and sisters to compare their people, especially those who are at the forefront of this campaign, to change, to turn it around so that it will not just be Igbo must leave Lagos or Southwest. What about Igbos in the north? What is going to happen to them? So let them turn around and support our call for a referendum. And again, to our Biafrans, those who are around Southwest and every other part in the north and every other part, who whenever we talk about Biafra, the first thing that comes to their mind, they think maybe you being from the Godomigodo province, because you speak Bini, being a Bini man, being an Eka, being an Urobo, you think it does not affect you. I want to use this avenue to let them know, as many that are listening, that an average Oduduwa person, as long as you are not, you don't speak Yoruba, you don't speak Hausa or Fufude, which is a Fulani tongue, or as they call these people from the middle belt, who are also part of us, you are called Omoibo, and the Northerners will call us Yamiri. So there's no point deceiving ourselves. Let us face facts, and for many of us who are out there outside the shores of our land, what it means is that Biafra, we need you all of us to come back home and bring our expertise home, our experiences that we are gathering outside our land and all those places. We bring it home and build our own place so that our children can enjoy the things that we are enjoying outside Nigeria, what we are running outside to go and seek for, so that we can build it back home. That is what it means. And for our Benin people, nobody is dragging anything with anybody. Okay? They must understand that what IPOB is doing, what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is championing, is for everyone's good. Because if Benin on its own feels they want to ask for what we are asking, it will be difficult. You cannot fight Nigeria. So that is why we need to work together. Biafra is not going to be lorded over anybody. So it is important that please, our host in the house, please, you put this message across so that people will understand. I will stop here so that other people can also contribute. Thank you very much for having me. My name is Mazi Nnamdi. Thank you.
Thank you very much. That was a great contribution from brother Uwi, our Godomigodo brother, and it's quite commendable. We'll be winding down this program, and I believe that today's program is quite interesting. We've seen comments, people commenting on the comment section, and I've also noticed certain negative comments too. But without the negative comment, then the comment section is not complete. So every commenter is welcome. I want to appreciate you. Please, once again, share this program and tag your friends. As we're winding down, we might be taking the last caller, if there is any, before our guest will give his parting shot. Is there any other caller on the line?
Not yet.
Okay, if there are no callers on the line, I would want Mazi JCI to give us his parting shot, and also if there is any advice you want to give, considering the fact that you are on the ground, you understand the situation better than some of us in the diaspora. If there are certain advice you would like to give our people, especially in the areas of security, because it's important that our people understand how to move and how to maneuver the security situation for their safety. And because we need every head counted, we cannot afford to lose more of our people. Mazi JCI.
Yes, Mazi, a few things I'd like to say. Security-wise, our people should be careful what they say on air. Even as much as we want to educate one another, there are times you want to equip yourself, you put against the enemy, you end up equipping the enemy. There are certain things that shouldn't be said on air. You want to advise your people, don't do it on air, do it to your units. We are small units. Everybody attend meeting. Meeting still hosts everywhere across the zoo. Don't let anybody fool you. IPOB formation is still intact, vibrant, functional. There's one thing that happened to IPOB, which was a good thing. I've said it before, that the barrimanization that happened to IPOB was a good thing. But we don't know. If Pepper didn't come, we wouldn't know how many Judas among us. If Pepper didn't come, there was no way to decipher the sheep from the goats. So the total of this family was to separate men from boys. So it was a good thing. Now they're looking for how to come back. So now, be careful, make sure you attend meetings. It doesn't matter how many people. We have come beyond where we're looking for numbers. We're not more interested in crowds now. We don't do say 100 men. We're even more than 100. That's why my own space, you don't go in there. If you do nonsense, I'll sack you. Why? Because I hate indiscipline. I don't tolerate indiscipline. I put it to the leadership every day. If I'm not dancing as you want and I'm not ready to take correction, sack me. I say it publicly. I told Mazi Nnamdi Kanu as the DHOD, I told him, everybody stop being loyal. Replace me. Tell me to give me warning. The hallmark of what we're doing is loyalty. Our people are too arrogant, primitive arrogance. People of themselves, they don't keep instruction. We tell them A, they will do B. That's true mentality. I think that I don't need to be generalized. They still have true behavior, true mentality, true mindset. Some of them are still behaving like APC politicians. They can do anything to retain an office. I don't know what is in this office. Biafra comes tomorrow, they say, oh, Mazi, you're too harsh. We need people who are more liberal. Good luck. I don't stay in my house. All I want is that Biafra. I want a society I can be proud of. I'm tired of operation in the zoo. I know what I suffered being an Igbo man. I did 7 bank interviews in Lagos. What was my problem? Because I'm an Igbo man. I did interview British Airways. I did oil company. There's no way I didn't do interview. I will write up to 2 pages. I will pass. I will do interview. Last stage, kept in view. Why? My problem was that I was an Igbo man. And I knew it clearly. Why? People who are not educated, people who cannot score 1 in test, I get a job. Because you are Igbo. Only Kanu said it. That if she had not been Igbo, she would have more patronage than anybody. And it is true. These people don't know that the society is structured in a way that it promotes those who want to promote. Look at the Enigma, the premiership. When Owen came on, the price projected Owen, his price skyrocketed. But once you're an Igbo man, nobody talks about you. They will not talk. What's going to do to nobody mentions them. Look at how you know him, struggling.
He has done what many black people are not able to do. Nobody's promoting him. Why? Because he's an Igbo man. How long are we going to continue to build other people's economy? An Igbo man is a stranger in his own land. And we are militarized. A pregnant woman will come to police checkpoint, army checkpoint. We order her to come down, raise her hands up. She will carry her 2 hands up, waka, and she's going on a journey of 30 kilometers. She will meet more than 10 checkpoints. She will come down 10 times, raise her hand and be walking. Before she gets to where she is going, she will enter labor. What is all this nonsense for? Nobody does that in the whole north, where the terrorists are killing every day. I traveled from the last place I saw checkpoint was in Kogi State. Let me tell those of you with animalistic behavior and that lack of understanding. You say you're not a Biafran. I pity all of you. But they will waste you. Let me tell you how to know Biafrans in the zone. When we say Igbo must go, why must Igbo go? Igbo must go because of political injustice, economic injustice, judicial injustice, socio-cultural injustice. Every injustice is nothing against the Igbos. Who are the Igbos? Igbos are not only those speaking Igbo. That's what you don't know. You are Igbo as Igala. The Jews don't do anything to favor you because they know who you are. We are Igbo. Couple of you from Edo State, you are Igbo. If you are more than tied to this rapper, you are Igbo. If you practice for market days, you are Igbo. The Jews know, Britain know, Yoruba know, Fulani knows. That's why they don't do nothing with you. So you are Igbo. Whether you Shoko, you are Shekiri, you are Ugodi, you are whatever you call yourself, Igala, Agatu, you are all Igbos. That's who you are. All club they see as Igbo. When they were killing in 1966, they didn't spare Isoko man. That's how you know that you are Igbo. When they were killing Igbos in Kano airport, they didn't spare an Igbo man. One came out and said, see me, I know people, I'll be in Calabar. They said, when they said, shut up, you're Igbo. They shot him down. When I think that I see the video, when I think they didn't see that portion of that video. They didn't spare an Igbo man who they were killing. They killed you, they called you Igbo, and that's who you are. Now they come back and tell you are not Igbo, divide you. So you don't join hands to fight the evil. To travel from Benin to Auchi in 12 hours now, journey of 1 hour 30 minutes. We spend 2 hours. People are spending 3 days on the way. Trucks are falling. What is their crime? Because they are Biafrans. They are not Yoruba. They came up and said, look, we're not Yoruba now. How would they be Yoruba? Our civilization is far older than your own. It's our runaway place that established your dynasty. What's your problem? We built Lagos. We sold Lagos to the Queen. So what is the point? Saying you are telling us we're from Ifo. What kind of insult is that? That's the only crime they've committed. One road in the whole of Edo State. To leave a donor, cross Benin, enter Amo, is a hell. Do you know that as I speak now, you can't drive from Onitsha head bridge to Asaba in 1 hour? You can spend 3 hours in that short distance, not more than 400 meters. Why? Bad road. Because you are Igbo. And then somebody across will tell you that he's not Igbo. That he said that he's Delta, he's not Igbo, Delta Igbo. You see how idiotic you are. When they killed you in Asaba massacre. These are the reasons why we want to go. Everybody that is under operation in the zoo is able. Allow us to go. We are not begging them again in case you don't know. All of you get to know who you are. Correct friend is coming. Because if you come there and do anything, we leave you behind. They will consume you. They will finish all of you. They two people they will finish you. Yeah, they will force you to be that Yoruba you have refused to be. They will force you to be Musa you have refused to be. Those of you in Delta State, there are 30 states in the zoo where you have Biafrans. Biafran territory is 10 to 30 states. There are 14. There are the Jaws in Edo State, the Biafrans. I didn't count them, so I'm counting 13 for now. The Jaws in Edo State have stretched hand to us. But what they want to do, and they started doing the needful. They said they want to join their family. They are Biafrans. Forget that they're speaking Yoruba. That's why they speak, is it called the Kali language? They are the Jaws. All the Yoruba people, why did they put them in Edo State? Because of oil. So that they can tell you that Ondo is an oil producing state. That's the deception. And they can be jobs. You can all use slots to the Ijaw people. The answer is no. Don't give it to other part of the Yoruba people. So all of you wake up. Know who you are. You are Igbo. If you are from anywhere in South, all the space you call South, either to the creation of Midwest region, we are all in Southeast. Anybody within that space, you are Igbo.
That's who you are. You better embrace it now. You can't be Igbo. Igbo is Igbo. It's the Igbo that make Igbo. That is the Igbo that make Igbo. In case you don't know.
Mazi, you are 100% right, because when you go to the West, most of our people are referred to as Igbos. When you go to the North, most of our people who doesn't speak Igbo are referred to as Igbos. It is them that do not see themselves as Igbos, but the whole world knows who they are. And there is, I believe that as a matter of fact, some of us are beginning to now come to terms that the identity crisis was created. It was a well-orchestrated program.
It was a social construct.
Yes,
trying to confuse them. Trying to deceive our people.
Absolutely.
It's so precarious. It's so bad that even if we deny Igbo, how can you put him and say, I'm not Igbo, don't call me Igbo?
Even in Anioma, where I come from, we still have some Anioma people, Okwani people, claiming Bini, and they have nothing Bini on them, but they just still have to claim it, because that is what they are told. So I believe that as a matter, it will take some time. Many people are beginning to understand that they are Igbos. In fact, I was speaking with a very close friend of mine yesterday from Anioma, and he was telling me Igbo people. I was just laughing on the phone because he doesn't even. We were speaking Igbo, and he was telling me Igbo people, So, but we were speaking Igbo, but he was telling me, my brother, Ndi Igbo gochagokwa ani ayo. But we are all Igbo. So we were speaking Igbo, but he's referring to our Igbo brothers as Igbo. So you now understand that it is a generational program that also will take time for us to reprogram. It's a question of going also into that mindset and start reprogramming that thinking. So it shouldn't be any form of threat, because as long as one person have woken up, he or she is going to wake other people up. We are going to round up this program, Mazi, and I thank you for that parting shot. I don't know if Wada have something to say as we wind down, and I believe that subsequently you'll be coming back on BTV in the future to talk to Biafran. So Wada, are you there?
Mazi, I want to say a big thank you to Mazi JCI Onyuko for being our guest today, for informing and educating Biafrans, because I believe each and every one of our viewers must have grabbed something so great today. And to you, Mazi Ikem Patrick, I must also appreciate you for your wonderful stay with us, because it is not always easy combining all our schedule, our jobs, and everything to this very committed work that we do for ourselves and for the freedom of our people. To you, wonderful viewers, and to the lovers of freedom, and especially to our people on the ground, our people in the southeast. In fact, our people everywhere, most especially those ones in Lagos. I must say to you, it is time now that no one is to tell you exactly what to do, where to invest and where not to invest. I don't think that at a time like this, that Igbo man will still be feeling one canal or the other in Lagos. I don't think that will still be happening now. And for those in the south, please do not. For those in the south,
yes.
Please, I want to say that for all those Zuberians suffering from hepatitis disease, that's Igbo hits, the drug is out. It's called Igbo Gomycin. Igbo Gomycin Biafra is it the same, and the referendum I say are available. Let them go and get that drug. That's the only drug that will cure their sickness. And whether they like it or not, we'll give it to them. That drug has been prescribed, and they must take it because we are going home. No.
Thank you, Mazi.
Mazi, at which branches or channels can they get these prescriptions, please?
I think that Wada is having challenges with the network, and we just have to wind it down. And I hope that we'll be coming back subsequently. I don't know.
You're coming out clear. Is our voice not coming out?
So I think I'm coming out. I'm coming out now.
Yes.
Yes. I think it was from my end, and I'm still expecting to see if. Okay. I think it was from my end. I was having a technical problem, but I think it's resolved now. So, Wada, I think you've taken your parting shot, and I would like to conclude this program at this point in time, and I would like to encourage our people to remain steadfast in their struggle, remain steadfast in your contributions, remain steadfast in whatever you are doing to make sure that we get to the end of the line of this struggle, that none of us will be left behind. And I believe that, I don't know, I'm beginning to have another issue again. I'm having another issue.
Okay, as we are just...
Okay, my image is not coming out. It's okay. So, that's all I have to say. And until we meet again, we want to say have a wonderful week ahead. And God bless you all, dear friends. Until we meet again, thank you very much. And have a wonderful evening.
Good evening. Good evening. Good night, guys. God bless you.
Welcome to IPOB Rapture Media Video, April 25th, 2024. What if the arms you sell are being used not to combat terrorism, but to fuel it? How would you feel? This is the question that hovers in the minds of the indigenous people of Biafra, or IPOB, as we raise concerns over the arms sales to the Nigerian government. We express that these weapons, intended to safeguard a nation, are instead being used to perpetuate violence and unrest. The IPOB, led by the indomitable Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, cleareth that the Nigerian government is not utilizing these arms to combat terrorism, as they claim. Instead, we certify that these weapons have been deployed against peaceful communities, causing untold harm and displacement. These are facts that present a chilling picture of a government that has weaponized its military resources against its own people, rather than the terrorists they profess to fight. This situation raises a fundamental question about the ethics of arms sales and the responsibility of nations supplying these arms. The gravity of this matter cannot be underestimated. Lives hang in the balance. To understand this issue, we must first travel back in time. Let's rewind to the year 2021, when the Tucano jets first arrived in Nigeria. These jets, equipped with cutting-edge technology and lethal firepower, were heralded as Nigeria's formidable weapon in the fight against terrorism. However, the reality that unfolded was starkly different. The Nigeria government, instead of using these jets to combat terrorist groups in northern Nigeria, turned these weapons against its own people. The targets were not the terrorists who operated in the open, but innocent peaceful communities and internally displaced people's camps, which were supposed to be safe havens for those fleeing violence and terror. In the eastern region, the jets were deployed not to secure, but to terrorize. The peaceful Igbo villages in the Olu local government area of Imo State bore the brunt of these attacks. For 2 long years, from 2021 to late 2023, these jets were never used against the terrorists they were meant to fight. Instead, they were consistently used in bombing innocent people in Imo State, in the eastern part of the country, in Biafra land. The ID camps in the north, full of victims of Boko Haram terrorist attacks, were not spared either. These camps, already struggling with the aftermath of violence, were further devastated by the intentional bombings by the Nigeria military. The displaced persons who were already victims once were victimized again, this time by the very forces that were supposed to protect them. This is the twisted chronology of events that unfolded after the arrival of the Tucano jets. These jets, once symbols of hope and security against terrorism, have instead become harbingers of destruction, raining down terror on innocent lives. The jets, once a symbol of hope against terrorism, have become harbingers of destruction for innocent lives. The narrative presented by the Nigeria government is a far cry from reality. This phrase, as distressing as it may sound, carries a weight that is impossible to ignore. Let's delve into this web of deception. The Nigerian government stands accused of creating the very terrorist groups it claims to combat. This isn't a mere allegation, but a horrifying reality that questions the integrity of those in power. Instead of protecting the citizens they've sworn to serve, they've orchestrated a terrifying dance of chaos and violence. The purpose, it's all a smokescreen, a diversion to distract the world while they plunder the nation's wealth. Unthinkable, isn't it? But the evidence is there, hidden beneath the ashes of burned villages and the cries of displaced people. And then we have the fighter jets, jets that were supposedly purchased to fight terrorism, jets that were meant to bring peace and security back to a nation crippled by fear. But where are these jets really going? Are they soaring through the skies of northern Nigeria, hunting down those who spread terror and destruction? Unfortunately, the answer is a resounding no. Instead, these jets have been turned against the very people they were meant to protect. Innocent, peaceful communities have been targeted, their homes reduced to rubble, and their lives forever changed. And the deception doesn't stop there. Internally displaced people's camps, heavens for those who've lost everything, have been intentionally bombed. Why? To prevent these displaced persons from returning to their communities that have been handed over to the very terrorists they were supposed to be fighting against. The two Kano jets, which arrived in Nigeria in 2021, were never used against the terrorists. Instead, they were consistently used to bomb innocent people in the eastern region of the country, Biafra land and IDP camps in the north, victims of Boko Haram terrorist attacks. The reality is far more sinister than we were led to believe. This is not just a case of corruption or mismanagement. This is a deliberate, calculated move to exploit a nation's fear for personal gain. The question is, how much longer will the world stand by and watch? The brunt of this deception is borne by the indigenous peoples of Nigeria. In particular, the people of Biafra and other indigenous communities are experiencing the harsh realities of this situation. The indigenous people have found themselves trapped in a conflict they did not ask for and are suffering greatly as a result. The Biafra villages, once vibrant and full of life, have been transformed into war zones. The once peaceful skies now echo with the terrifying roar of fighter jets, and the ground shakes with the impact of their deadly payloads. The homes and livelihoods of the innocent people of these villages are being destroyed, their lives torn apart by the violence inflicted upon them. The bombing campaigns have also led to mass displacement of people. Communities have been forced to abandon their ancestral lands, their homes reduced to rubble. The internally displaced people's camps, which should have been a safe haven for these displaced individuals, have also been targeted. The eastern region, also known as Biafra land, has become a primary target for these bombings. The region, rich in culture and history, is now a landscape of destruction and despair. The bombings have not only caused physical damage, but have also left deep psychological scars on the people. These actions are not just a violation of human rights, they are a threat to the very existence of these communities. The indigenous peoples, who have a deep and profound connection to our lands, are being robbed of our homes, our culture, and our history. The impact of this situation extends beyond the physical destruction. It's an assault on their identity, their heritage, and their very existence. The time for action is now. The indigenous people of Biafra, led by the indomitable Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, have a clear and resounding call. We urge the international community